Welcome into the Trading Show. I'm the Zen Master JP, the pastor of the congregation. Okay, welcome to the Trading Show. I'm here with the legend, the legend over there, Big Rob. What's going on, man?
Hola! It's your boy, Big Rob, back in the house. David will be back a little bit later, but he'll be joining us. So, in the meantime, you got the dynamic duo out here flying the ship today. Bitcoin's up, above that 65K today. If you're, woke up this morning or saw some positive price action, we are in an interesting spot. The show today is going to be interesting. We're going to have a battle for 65,000 here. We did just see a bounce there. We dipped below 65,000. That one was yesterday. I think, when we were doing the show. But either way, we're at this pivotal psychological number, 65,000. So should see some good price action there. I'm actually eyeballing a long here, and so we'll see here. I was putting in a limit long, but I'm gonna get back to it. But anyways, I'm looking for a long here, and a lot of this is off the premise that what we're seeing is the bottom side of the range here. So we're gonna kind of walk through this. I'm gonna wait till JP does his top-down analysis to see more or less what's a good entry position, because I am trying to fill up this gap right here with some leverage. Take Bitcoin from where it is now. I'm just going to figure out when's the best time to enter. I might want to try to get a little closer to 65,000 flat, and then ride this turkey up here to that 65.5 is where I'm looking. And also, we're seeing some altcoins rally. This is the biggest gainers in the top 24 hours. Yet another strong performance out of Zcash. Now, I think this is something to keep an eye out, right? I think this is a broader signal that alts are ready to run. And when I say that, I don't mean all alts across the board, top to bottom. But I think that if you're smart and you start identifying ones that are breaking out and can carry momentum forward, would not be surprised to see other projects up 25% in the 7 days, the same way that Zcash did. Now, you remember earlier this year, late last year, Zcash had some monster nonstop gains, and that was during a time where even Bitcoin was going down or consolidating. So Zcash don't give no damn. It doesn't care what Bitcoin's doing. It'll rally. Seeing something similar at a pump.fun. Also, something else to think about, pump.fun is a very, very strong Solana play. So pump.fun, Solana ecosystem, but you have to pick up a lot of Solana to do it right on pump.fun. So you might just see a lot of people buying, speculating on pump.fun and fueling that off the back of some Solana orders, right? And so also, Virtual's Protocol up 16%. So, seeing a lot of familiar names that we saw earlier this year having strong performances. I think it's the perfect time to come in and start sniping out some early entries into some alts that are ready to rip. And then lastly, I wanted to show you guys the 2-day. So here on the 2-day, I was looking back at the last cycle, but if you look at the 2-day here, there's a couple things playing out. One, you got, the macro move off of our previous all-time high where we put in that $125,000, 124 on Bitcoin. We've seen these bear flags playing out, right? The only thing I wanted to highlight is that these bear flags they've played out for quite some time. They've consolidated. We're talking about months here from November to January. And then you had February to May. Now, we just started this back in June, and it is July. So I do think that this is a great spot for alts. I think that what you'll see is if we do flag down again, which you can easily make a case that this is more, bottom consolidation territory. But I would expect a couple weeks, if not maybe a couple months, of sideways price action, which bodes really well, especially if we're consolidating upwards in the typical pattern of a flag. It's gonna be a really good position to make some money on some altcoins. So I'm looking for some longs here in the short term. I'm looking for an entry here. Looks like this might be a good spot here. I'm trying to trade this price range. I'll send it over to you, JP, and also, I think there's a little more consolidation to go on the longer term time frames on Bitcoin's macro bull cycle move, bull market, bear market move.
Absolutely. Thank you, Rob. Big Rob. Good to have you here.
Gracias.
So we got a lot of price action, guys. A lot of price action in Bitcoin. We got to look at it. Things are looking bullish. Things are looking bearish. We got a lot of liquidity on both sides. Before we even do the top-down analysis, Laura, please make it zen. Allow me to cure myself of my narrative, of my bullishness, of my bearishness. I want neither. I want to be zen, baby. That's right. Wake up, breathe in a neutrality, okay? I'm Switzerland in these charts. I do not want to be bullish or bearish. I want to do what the charts say. What does the data say, okay? Let's take a look. Let's go ahead and look at the weekly. That's right, weekly time frame, BTC. What's going on here? So far, still a bounce at the 200 MA, right? A bounce at the 200 MA on the weekly. We got stochastics low and curved up, RSI curving up as well. Momentum indicators now indicating momentum may be shifting to the upside on the weekly. Green dot. Once again, still above that 200 MA. As long as we're above that 200 MA, the yellow line here, the 200 simple moving average, BTC is in good shape. And I want to talk about this. I mean, looking at this macro structure, yes, it is bearish. It's bearish, my friends. What is the trend? What is the trend? The trend is down, clearly. Lower highs, right, and lower lows. The trend is down. So the trend is bearish, but you know what? Is it potentially bullish? Yes. We have to make a difference between, the trend actually being bearish and it potentially being bullish. Because a lot of people would just call this bullish because it's potentially bullish, right? Yes, potentially bullish. Emphasis on potentially, because this can easily roll over and continue the trend. The trend is your friend, right? Well, the trend is down. The trend is down. But we understand this is very potentially bullish. And I'll say this, I've been doing a lot of thinking about this. Because it's potentially bullish, can we mix potential bullishness with actual bullishness on the smaller time frames and have a nice alignment here? Amen. Can we do that? Let's go to the daily time frame. And not to mention the weekly divergence, guys. Like, come on. Before we even go to the daily. Low. You got lower lows on price, higher lows on the momentum, weekly bullish divergence on BTC, still valid. Let's go down to the daily. Well, we have the daily bullish divergence as well. Trend still down, guys. The trend is still down. The trend is your friend. The trend is down, but potentially bullish. Potentially bullish. Do we now have an inverse head and shoulder, a mini inverse head and shoulder right here on the daily time frame for BTC? There's a shoulder, there's a head, there's a right shoulder, and one more for good measure. Break it on out. Now testing the super trend on the daily. This would be the first measure, the first mark, right? The first test for BTC to show us that it wants to be bullish. Break the super trend on the daily time frame at 65,800. Guys, we're at a sell wall right now. It's a strong sell wall, but there's tons of liquidity. I'll show you to feed the upside. We got to break above basically 66,800, get into 7, right? 67,000. At that point, we could talk about the daily starting to officially flip bullish. Right now, it's still potentially bullish, but in the bearish trend. Does it make sense? Green dot, though, VWAP pointing up on the daily. It looks bullish. Potentially. Let's go down some time frames now. Let's go to the 12. I just want to see a zoomed in version of that daily, right? Cut it in half. Inverse head and shoulder, very clear there, very clear. I can see this money flow flipping green pretty soon. I mean, we're at the resistance, and looks like BTC is winning the battle. The bulls winning the battle against the resistance for the most part on this time frame. Let's go down to the 4-hour. My alignment time frame, the 4-hour. I knew you were bullish 4-hour. See, the 4-hour is a different story from the daily and the weekly. The daily and weekly were bearish in trend, okay? Bearish in trend, but potentially bullish. Now, BTC on the 4-hour is just bullish, okay? When looking at it at the scale that I'm looking at it, we have higher highs and higher lows here. That's a higher low, my friend. It was scary, but it's a higher low. All right, it's bullish on the 4-hour. So maybe that's that mix of potentially bullish and actually bullish. This thing is pushing. We broke the value area high on the 4-hour time frame. Let's draw a rectangle. Get a rough kind of dealing range. What's the dealing range? There's the dealing range right there. We've left the dealing range. What's the new range? BTC very bullish right now on the 4-hour time frame, pushing up and has left the dealing range and ready for a new range. That's right, BTC ready for a new range. Is that new range value area low 65,900? All the more importance that BTC needs to break into the 6-7 range in order to be in the new accepted range to the upside. Come up here, flip that POC, 6-7, 6-8. You at the value area low, and then your value area high of that range. I mean, you have a mini value area high of 72. So 70 is in the cards, right? 70 in the cards. And then look at this extended high, 81. If we break that, we will be flipping the daily and the weekly trend. That's what's important. Flip that daily and weekly trend. The 4-hour is the guide for it right now. Breaking above its local range. And yeah, that 6-7 level is very important. I'm seeing it's very important. Green money flow, green dot on the 4-hour. Let's get you the 30-minute. What's the 30-minute time frame look like? Clear the drawings. BTC was in a flag. So that's a great example. That's a great example. And that probably caught people last night. Some people definitely got wrecked on the shorts. Who got clapped on the short last night? Talk to me.
Not me, man. Your near protocol trade paid out yesterday.
Ah, yes, full TP hit.
Yeah, full TP. Let's see. Let me pull up my my history. Trade history? Is it transaction history? Or
Position history.
Position history. That's all right. So yeah, that one there closed out yesterday. Yeah, boys ain't making money off the back of JP's.
Drop the money, Lawrence.
Finally following my.
Come on, drop the money. Let's go, baby. Drop the money.
We don't need no David up in here to throw some money. Also another one. So let's take a look here on. All right, let's see positions here. I do have that Algorand long is also open here as well. So taking a look at ALGO, this one yesterday you also gave us the call on.
Yep.
And so let's pull up the 1 hour here. You can see entry was at 8.4 cents, and we're currently at 8.5. We saw it as high as 8.6 earlier today, so still looking pretty good. Stop loss tucked in behind 8.35. So in the money now, and so we'll see if we can get the full TP on this one as well. A little pullback currently, but in the money, and so I'm up. Let's see, up 43% on this one. So yeah, those are the two. And I was following you on yesterday, so here we are.
Nice.
Yeah,
Love it. Yeah, that one is still valid. You got to let it cook, a little bit of volatility. That's why I like those 30-minute flags as opposed to the 1 minute or 5 minute. Gives you some room, right? Some wiggle room. And also, yeah, I did not move my TP or near either. Let's bring up my receipt here and drop the cash on that one. 89%, about $500 on the Meso account. Growing the Meso account. We're growing the Meso account. We're growing the micro account, the scalper account. And of course, that macro account. We got trades cooking, baby. Keeping those trade alerts coming for you. Look out for the trade alerts. Apparently, I'm in a Solana long for some time now. This is not closed. So this is not.
You know what? I was actually looking at Solana just now.
Okay.
You know, talking about the price action we've seen off of Pump.Fun. I don't see Solana here on the biggest gainers here in the last hour. Up only 13 or down 13%, only up less than 1% on the week, and pretty flat on the 24 hours. So with Solana doing well, some altcoins rallying, I think that from a narrative perspective, from a sentiment perspective, I feel like it might be due time for Solana to get a big pump. And I'm just trying to say, hey, if Bitcoin can stay above 65,000, then I think that Solana's in a really good position to run. Also, we're seeing just here on the 15-minute, look at this, trending to the upside, higher lows and higher highs. And we're seeing that megaphone pattern as well. So we know that volatility is inbound. We're in the bottom side of the range. I would not be surprised to be in a long here once I kind of settle and dig into the charts. Wouldn't be surprised to get into a long on Solana and try to fill in this range here. I'm thinking $79.5, perhaps $80 could be a place that we find Solana at before the end of the show, and so I'll be eyeballing there. So I guess I'm eyeballing along on Bitcoin, right? I'm trying to go to the top side of the range here. I'm trying to leverage that up and go with Solana as well to the upside. I haven't pulled the trigger yet. Really I want to corral my emotions here because my first instinct is to long. So yeah. We'll see.
Careful.
But that's what I'm eyeballing today. It might be invalidated. Maybe we flip to shorting. I don't know. But right now, I'm smelling the longs. So what about you on the shorter term? I know you were going through. I think you ended on the 4 hour on Bitcoin.
We were getting to the smaller time frames. I think I was just about to do the 5 minute. We're looking at the 30. Let me see. BTC. Yeah, I think we're looking at the 30-minute time frame here. BTC. Money flow green. So the trend is still up on the 30. No significant bear div, after this latest pump up. I'm seeing no significant bear div at all. There was bear div right here. So that's that, that head and shoulder that stopped a lot of people out and clapped them out. And by the way, we got a few people to clap. Some people have confessed that they did get clapped last night, like Dare, this person in the chat named Dare. Can you clap them real quick, Laura? Quick clap for Dare. Ow, I feel like I got clapped on that. That's for you though, Dare. And also there was like one other person. Who was it? Notorious says, Sweet clapped me like 30 minutes ago. And can we not have it right on me? There we go. Clap him now, please. Notorious Big.
You said slap him?
Slap him.
You said slap him.
Slap clap him. All right. Go ahead. Yeah. Take your clappings with pride there, all right? We make fun of our losses and we celebrate our wins here. The 30-minute, I don't know, man. It just don't look like a discount to me. I would not be buying that for a long. We go to small time frames real quick. The 5-minute. 5-minute, still technically bullish as it is above the 200 MA on that time frame, above a very important moving average. But the structure just looks nasty. I got to say, it looks nasty. It's given like inverse, like Adam and Eve or something, some type of double top. It just in structure looks a bit bearish, even a mini bear flag there. But above the moving averages, it's shaky. This is normal though. Shaky pumps. I call them shaky pumps. Here's a shaky bumps. A 1-minute time frame looks bearish, guys. BTC, it got bearish when it lost that yellow line right there. Big move down, and then it started to make a bear flag and dump. We are dumping right now with BTC, guys. The NASDAQ is dumping right now, and that's the 5-minute for the NASDAQ. We got a market dump right now. Interesting. What the hell's oil doing? All right. Oil going a bit sideways. Oil was in like a 2-hour flag I was looking at. Coming up right now, looks like it bounced from support. There was this 2-hour flag in oil. There it is. Yeah. Oil looks juicy to me at some point. I was waiting for, I think, the VWAP to cross, or maybe the 1 hour, or was it the 2 hour? Yeah, the 2 hour. Yeah, I was going to take it right there, right when it was about to cross, but it never crossed. It actually went lower. Yeah, interesting. Keep our eyes on oil. Keep our eyes on oil. But BTC dumping right now, guys. Dumping on the small time frames, but how significant is it? I say it's not significant until you lose the 5 minute, 200 simple moving average. That yellow line right there on the 5 minute time frame. It's very normal for BTC to bounce from that line when it's bullish, and it loses it when it's really bearish. Like, look at that big drop. Lose that yellow line, they got really bearish. And then look, a good buy again. Big move up. Control Z. There we go. Lost my moving averages. There we go. Okay, big move up. And does it bounce here? I don't know. What do you think, Rob? Are you looking for shorts or longs right now?
I'm just in the evaluating, the current move, right? I think, if you see a dump here, you're like, okay, I can get the support here, which ultimately kind of, double toppy. But if you tried to short here because you see it dropping. Because there it is, you had more downside run here as well. Same thing here. If you're trying to get the bounce, just as I am, or I'm searching for one, we didn't get that rounded out cup looking. We ended up spilling off. This is the 1 minute chart, so it's a little dramatic right now, but we did lose our trend line here, and we're nearing the entry, right? So I think if you're looking for a long, I would say perhaps 64.7 might be a pretty good spot. You might find a good bounce here if you're looking for a bottom. Also, right where we're at, I wouldn't be surprised to see a bounce there as well, right? We'll keep an eye here. This could spill further down. I will say if you lose 64.7, 64.650, your next area to pull back to is back down here to 64,000 flat. So wouldn't be surprised if we lose 64.7 that we might just go all the way down to 64,000.
Damn. That's not that low. We're only at 64.7.
Yeah, I think that seeing this right here is probably something that either to the upside, or you could that could ultimately spill down this way as well. But yeah, I don't know. I would definitely sit on your hands for a moment. On Bitcoin's price action. Alts are a little bit more volatile here. So, yeah, I feel like we might find ourselves in a good, some good long entries, but I mean, that's kind of timing bottoms, and we know how that goes. So,
hey, folks, what do you want to see? Where's the opportunity? What assets, coins, commodities do you want us to look at? And Rob, I don't know, maybe you can find us a degenerate play. I'm going to grab my tea. I'm going to grab my fresh brewed tea.
All right. So, yeah, go ahead, man. Go tee it up, man. Zen it up, baby.
Zen it up.
So, once again, especially when you see like a dump off of Bitcoin, expect some more volatility out of the alts. And so let's see what is down. We're going to go to the 1 hour. I think this is always a good place to start when you're trying to find out what is most oversold here in the short term. What are some opportunities to catch some bounces? So what's down in the 1 hour? First of all, we got some meme coins. I probably wouldn't mess with these, right? I think that if Bitcoin keeps selling to the downside, these memes are probably going to get hammered even more than they are now. The acceleration to the downside, I think that's risky. WorldCoin, don't really have a lot of faith in it. So we're going to go down. And so this is how I evaluate my degen plays here. So Cardano and SWI, I think, are probably the ones that, well, they're likely to have a lot of community to come in behind them. They're also down a good amount, almost 2% on the 1 hour. And Cardano, for example, I think Cardano might be a good one, right? For a degenerate play. You got Cardano down on the week, on the 24 hours, down over 2% on the 1 hour. Also, keep an eye for when the hour is down more than the day. And so if you look here, Cardano's down almost 2% on the hour, but that's more than the day, which likely means that the short-term move is accelerated, right? And so on the day it would have been positive, but we gave all of that up. All the 24-hour gains have been given up just in the last hour. So for me, that tells me that, hey, there's likely an opportunity to long this thing if that's the direction you want to take it. Also, it's already pretty beat up, so the likelihood of it continuing is a little less than something that hasn't quite sold off yet. So that's the way I look at quote-unquote degenerate plays. And so you can see here you got a strong wick to the downside on the 15 minute. Let's take a look at the 1 minute. We're seeing a bounce here. You know what? I think I'm going to just I'm gonna get this thing ready to go. I'm gonna get this thing ready to go. I'm gonna get Bybit BitUnix ready. We're seeing a bounce here. These are 1 minute candles. We got 5 1 minute candles, 4 1 minute candles. So it's probably still red on the 5 minute, or it's bouncing there on the 5 minute on the one candle. Okay, what would be a good entry here? So let's take a look. I want to long this thing. Let's take it to the top side of our previous high here. I want to keep a short stop loss just because if this thing keeps falling, I don't want no action there. Your boy don't want no smoke. So I'll do a 3.5 trade setup or risk reward ratio. Ride this back up to the top side, which is, and then let me keep an eye out for psychological numbers. Beautiful. So 16.9 cents. So just shy of that 17, which you likely find some resistance at, and stop loss. Let's just, so that's the percentage. Let's just go back. See, and as mentioned, it's oversold on the hour, so I think that we might find a good position for a bottom. Yeah, see here, like this was our last bounce off of the bottom here. So I feel so if your stop loss is below that number there, you might, if you do see some more downside action, is likely to find a bounce there at 16.7 cents. I'm just going to go ahead and start this show off. I'm going to go ahead and open up a long on Cardano. That's my degenerate play. Yeah, man.
Come right back to action.
Yeah, buddy. All right. So let's take profit is, let's see what I got here. I think it was 16.91. And then, okay, let's go 16, point 16.9. Let me do 0.1691, and then we're gonna tuck the stop loss here at 16.13. Cool. 0.1613. All right, let's open this long up. Let's go. Trade alert, baby. Let's do it. Opening it up.
Run it, baby.
I must have a fever. I have a fever because I'm longing Cardano.
I don't even know how much I like it or not.
I'm longing Cardano. What am I doing? I've betrayed my own emotions. I don't know what I'm doing. Everything tells me. It's like that girl that keeps cheating on you and you get back with her, but like, this time is different. It's not different. Maybe it's different. I hope it's different.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
All right. Give me the numbers. Give me the trade. How's this thing look? Do we like this trade, community?
They're probably all going to hate on me. They probably all going to hate on me.
All right. What's the trade? What's the trade?
Oh, that was
you already put it in?
Cardano. Yeah.
Oh, I'm in. You're already in already. Okay.
Yeah.
5 minute long on Cardano. Okay, cool. All right.
5 minute long.
Let's see, do I like
I'm hiding it below the previous low here for this move. And so it would have to go back down it would have to be on its way back down to 15.8 cents for this to be invalidated. And I know you walked out to get your tea. I'm just kind of going over the fact that it's pretty oversold here on the 1 hour compared to the 24 hours. So when you get a larger number on the 1 hour versus the 24 hours, means that there's more likely to get a bounce there. So that was my premise.
Okay. I actually kind of like it. I kind of like it. It is risky. Yes, it's buying a falling knife, but you're not buying the top. You're not buying the top, so I do like that. I want to take a quick look at the casino. What's going on in this casino of a market here? Looks like we are on a pull to the downside. Pull to the downside after, so we had a bullish condition, way earlier, right? Way earlier. A bullish condition, aka a buy signal. Then we had a possible price reversal at the supply zone. Look how volatile price was, even on the Hakanashi candles. But we've been on a pull to the downside for some time. It looks like it's almost ready to curve and give us a pull to the upside. 31 trades per minute I'm seeing, still on a somewhat low volume side, but I'm seeing orders coming in. Maybe that'll change. 1 minute bearish, 2 minute through the 2 hour, all bullish. Interesting. Demand zone larger than the supply zone, says the casino, but we also need to look at liquidity. So pull to the downside in the casino. I'm usually looking for, wow, look, all those orders coming in. A lot of orders, man.
Buys.
We clapping to the upside or the downside.
Buys.
Looks like there was a lot of buys I saw. Mixed with some sells there. What's going on with BTC price action?
Price action, we're just seeing a bounce on Bitcoin. As mentioned, that 64.8 found some pretty good support there. Let's see if it can get back into this range that we were in. We were range bound, consolidating in somewhat of a wedge, but more or less sideways price action. We lost the range there, but looks like we're coming back. Might find some resistance at 65,000, but if it blows back through that, I wouldn't be surprised to chop back into this 65 to 65.6 range here. So we'll keep a close eye on that.
Nice. All right, turn that casino on down, and let's also take a look at liquidity. Yes, we have to look at the liquidation heat map from Trading Different. This is a liquidation heat map on a Trading View chart. You don't find these, okay? You can't just add a liquidity heat map indicator to Trading View because it doesn't have the live data necessary for it. There are a lot of suggested, right, or implied liquidity indicators on Trading View, but they are not as accurate as Trading Different, which actually uses the orders from Binance. So this thing, there's a lot of liquidity to the upside. 5 minute time frame, do you see this? That's a lot of concentrated liquidity to the upside. I can't go for a short here with all that liquidity to the top side.
Nope.
I can't. I'm looking for discounts like Rob. I'm looking for discounts. I'm looking for coins that are extended to the downside, but, potentially has a good move to the upside cooking. So, I don't know. That's a lot of liquidity, man. The real thick stuff starts at 65,610. And look how high this thing goes. Look at that red band, 68,700. Then it gets a little lighter, Then maybe some breaks. It gets a little lighter around 70. So I'm seeing like concentrated liquidity from just about 65.6 on up to 70,000. I'm seeing 70K for BTC.
Ooh.
And I'm not a fortune teller, okay? This is not a tarot card reading. This is not astrology, okay? This is not even meteorology. I'm not a weatherman, but I'm looking at the data, man. I'm a scientist.
Make it rain.
I make it rain on
Make it rain on them charts, bro.
But I'm seeing upside. I'm seeing upside for BTC based on liquidity. How about them auto clappers? What are the auto clappers doing right now? And you got to keep in mind that the auto clappers are very right now. It's not like a big time frame type of thing. Let's check it out. It's the high frequency chart. Here we go. High frequency chart, BTC, Trading Different. And guys, if you want access to these tools, 10% discount for the community. Somebody dropped that Nightbot command for Trading Different. Give them the link, 10% discount for the Trading Different subscription. But auto clappers are short, actually. Look, short, 10 out of 10 short. Interesting, huh? 10 out of 10 short. The auto clappers are short. The casino giving us a pull to the downside, but we've been on that pull to the downside for some time now. But liquidity favoring the upside by far. I think we need to zoom out on that liquidity heat map and give liquidity a fair shake. Give me the largest time frame we have here. Give me the day. There we go. There is your liquidity, folks. What do you think? Zoom out, puts things into perspective. If you wanted to know, we have more liquidity to the upside or the downside. To me, it appears the upside, but we're closer to the downside. Or depending on your zoom level, look at that right there. Closer to the downside, but so much more to the upside. But that downside is no joke. We're talking 40K, 41K. Zoom in, all that local liquidity to the upside that we talked about could bring you up to 70. And look, could bring you to the real liquidity at 84. Or look at it to the downside. You got major liquidity at 57 and then at 47K. This is what we're looking at, guys. This is what we're looking at. Based on this, I don't know. I'm still happy being positioned long. The trend is still down on that macro, but there is a potential explosive bullish move coming. Interesting. All right. I want to trade. You want
to get your feet wet?
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
I want to trade. Who wants to trade? Who's not in the trade in the community? Talk to me, congregation. Who needs a trade?
Interesting part is that we're at 65,000. And so we're right here. So, you know, it's about to make a move. If you're going to put in a trade, I would see where these 1 minute. I feel like we're going to get a large either green or red candle here. Yeah, I think a big move is coming here. Just depends on what direction. You know,
what's the trend?
Everything's kind of telling me it's gonna fail to bounce here, but I'm still thinking that upside move is the way to go. Yeah, Cardano one's already shaping up okay. It's not too bad. Getting in there, getting into the profit already. So, yeah. Oh boy. All right, what kind of tea you got today, bro? I didn't know if you were peeing under the desk or you were. He's like, I'm looking for a trade. I'm scared.
That sounds crazy. Let's see. Is it brewed enough, man? Yeah, Rob is over here changing my world over here, man. We over here using the real.
You got a lot of leaves in there. That thing's gonna be bitter, bro. You're gonna be chewing that tea, bro.
It's gonna be strong. It's gonna be strong, man. Is it really? That's a lot, huh?
That's a lot.
I think it's like floating though. Isn't it supposed to like press it?
Yeah.
Press it down.
Yeah.
Does anybody drink tea like this instead of the freaking bags? You know, Rob is changing my world and got me. What do you call this, man?
That's a French press. It's typically for coffee, but wherever the same process where you extract the flavor from coffee, you extract the flavor from tea. So pretty much anything you use that steeps coffee also steeps tea. So. Yeah, that's nice and strong, huh?
Pretty strong. Tastes grassy.
There you go. Tastes like a lawnmower.
It's like lawnmower.
I want to know where you. Hi, how you doing? Welcome to Sin City Crypto. I want to know what are you guys? What's your guys' vibe on price action? Okay, so we got price action here. We're kind of, just brainstorming. JP's itching to get into a trade. I'm a little on the fence if this, at this range here. We are above 65,000. And so do you think that we get up above 65 and get closer to that 67? Put a 1 in the chat if you think price action is going to move up from here. Also, if you think that Bitcoin is going to spill off and retrace and we'll be closer to that 63,000. Put a 2 in the chat. So 1 in the chat for bullish, 2 in the chat for bearish. Where do you think Bitcoin's price action is going in the immediate future? And then we'll revisit and then give you guys a round of applause for whoever correctly predicted the move here. And this is in the next, I would say, like 20 minutes. I want to know, where is Bitcoin going in the next 20 minutes? 1 for bullish, 2 for bearish. Thank you.
Nice. Yo, Rex, welcome in, my big bro, Rex. See you in the chat. And good to see you. I'm really clappy. Good to see you, folks. Is this a battle plan for the bears right there? Is that a bear flag on a 1 minute on BTC? Seeing resistance at the 50 MA. Is that a bear flag ready to be shorted? I'm just asking the question. I'm not even looking for a short, but, I'm Zen. I'm a Zen man, monk man, and I'm just, looking at the charts. I'm seeing a bearish trend here and resistance. High Stokes, red dot just came in. There you go. Here's your battle plan for the short. You can short now if you're a bear. If you think this goes no lower, hell, even put the stop loss above the 200 MA if you want. Still a 3.5 to 1 risk reward ratio on this one. If you wanted to do this, I don't want to do this. This is a little too short-sighted for me. Okay, amen. A little bit too short-sighted, especially during a very bullish day. What I'm seeing on the higher time frames, the potentially bullish weekly and daily, plus the actually bullish 4 hour. I'm okay right now on a 1 minute short. But I'll look at some coins for the community. Some people wanted to see Ethereum.
Yeah, I saw that. And the chat is pretty indecisive as well. We got a lot of 1s and 2s, but definitely more 1s. So I think the chat thinks that the community here, the viewer, most of you think they were going to the upside, probably about 60, 70%. So
To the upside.
Yeah, that's the...
Yeah, maybe we'll get an official poll going too. But I like the exit poll. I like it. Clayton Lindsay, good to see you. Everybody welcome in. Cryptic Mushroom, good to see you. Shout out to all the members in the chat and all the OG members that have been here for years. Shout out to everybody out there. Ethereum on the daily. Let's take a look, man. That daily candle was very bullish on Ethereum. The daily candle closed yesterday. Engulfing candle completely and confidently broke above the resistance on Ethereum. That's impressive. While maintaining the green dot, high Stokes doesn't matter. That thing was a double bottom and broke on up. Ethereum looks, not only potentially bullish, but bullishness in action here on the daily. Here's the 4 hour cruising on up, making its way on up. A lot of volume I'm seeing there. I'm seeing money flow green. Is the VWAP coming back down? Mid pump there for Ethereum on the 4 hour time frame. Here's the 30. 30. Is it a mini flag? And that was a long drawn out flag and then a pump. And then look, another mini flag here. Wanting to reset those indicators and go ahead and continue the move up. This is a bullish trend. Never broke the super trend on the 30-minute time frame. Ethereum looking bullish. Here is the 5-minute time frame. That looks ready to long right now. I got to say, that looks ready to long right now.
I like it, man.
Let me pull up the fib here. Rob's like, I'm in it.
Not in it yet, but you perked my interest.
That's a perfect 618 golden pocket bounce for Ethereum on the 5 minute. Is this the 5-minute time frame? Low stochastics, double bottom on the stochastics, green dot, VWAP. Cross bullishly, money flow still green. The trend is ever green, baby. It looks good. It looks good.
I'm catching FOMO.
I said it looks good.
I'm catching FOMO.
Do you need FOMO, Frank?
Hold on. Let's see. I don't need FOMO, Frank. Let's do it, man. Let's start the show off a little interesting here. We'll just open up along here. I like it. What are some areas you're looking for TPs and stop losses here?
All right, let's see what that will look like. If I were to get into an Ethereum long right now, where would I put my stop loss and TP? I might zoom out. Honestly, let me zoom out. Can we justify this as a little bit bigger than a 5-minute trade? Look at the 15-minute. 15-minute, nice bounce from that super trend. Almost closed bearishly. I like that one. Let me see. How's it look on the 30? Should we put stop loss behind the 30-minute super trend and the 21? Something about the 30-minute is just so reliable. I love it. Where's the next resistance to the upside? Do we have to zoom out, way out? I'm just trying to see if I can make this a bigger trade. 1 second. Okay, zoom that out. Bring this up. Well, let's start here. Let's start with the actual measured move because maybe somebody just want a tight trade, and that's fine. Break it out there. So I'll give you two different versions here. Here's a tight version. This is more like a 1 to 3. 1 part risk, 3 part reward here, and tighten it up a little bit. Look, you can even make it a 4. Let's make it a 4. I love it. Close enough.
I like this as a long area for Bitcoin, and I think, remember I was talking about when we started the show, if we got back into this sideways price action. So we fell out of the pattern, but here we are again. I think if, oh man, this is long territory for me, man. I was waiting for this move. Yeah, I'm long across the board here. So this is what I got open. I got that Algorand trade from yesterday. I got a Bitcoin long here. At entry at 65.50. So just got in on that. Got Cardano long, ETH long. ETH I just got into, so it's flat. Bitcoin and ETH I just got into, so they're both right there flat. But yeah, so I'm positioning long here. So we'll see. We'll see if Bitcoin's price action can hold up. We're seeing a little bit of a pullback. I remember I said that we might have trouble getting back into this pattern, which we did just see a one red candle here on the 1 minute. So if we can get back into this range here, I think there's going to be some juicy territory. For those of you watching, you might want to wait for it to cross above 65.1. If you want to get a little overzealous and take a little more risk, this is a lot of front run potential here.
Nice. All right, so here's the tight version of the Ethereum trade. You will enter right around now, 1,921. Stop loss will be somewhere near 1,899 and a TP at 1,985. That should be just about a perfect 1 to 3 risk reward ratio on a 5-minute time frame.
Where was the stop loss at?
1,899.
Cool. I just adjusted my my numbers there. Match.
Yeah, that's the tight version. I'm gonna give a loose version here. What?
Loosey goosey version.
Oh man. 4 hours starting to bullishly consolidate there. All right, here's a little bit looser version, but pretty much the same trade. Enter now. Let's see. Stop loss, yeah, 1,894. It's pretty similar. TP just past 2K, 2016. It's very similar, but just a little bit looser there. That one is more like a 3.4 to 1, a risk reward ratio. That's a battle plan and not a trade alert. Ethereum, looking bullish though. Looking bullish right now. Interesting.
I'm in on that long though.
Says I'm in. Let me look at the small time frames.
I'm green across the board so far, man.
All right.
Everything green.
Everything green.
What a nice start to Big Rob's day so far.
Yes. We got some trades cooking, baby. And yeah. Good morning to you, my friend.
Hi.
Hi.
How you guys doing?
Doing great.
Amen. I'd be randomly saying amen all the time.
I could see you as like some type of missionary or something like that. Like a good spirit,
Good spirit.
A good soul.
I'm more of a dog. I'm more of a doggy guy.
A doggy guy?
Yeah, ain't about that missionary.
Oh man, I love it. So yeah, we just gave a battle plan for Ethereum. Rob is in. What trade did you get in? At ADA long, right? ADA?
So since the start of the show, I got in ADA, Bitcoin, and ETH long. So I got the and the algo ones from yesterday. So the Bitcoin, I just think that's the macro move. And then I'm doing some leverage plays. ETH, slightly leveraged, a little bit more volatile, a little bit more upside potential on ETH. And then we know Cardano, which is down significantly, hasn't seen too much of a move lately. Here's Cardano on the 24 hours, down. On the week, down. On the month, down. And so if you're going to see a bounce and a rally out of the altcoins, oversold projects are the good ones, especially ones that have large communities that are ready to step in and pump the order books. Wouldn't be surprised to see Cardano get a healthy pump here.
Okay.
Cardano and pump. Very interesting.
Yeah, man. I started. I can't believe what I'm doing, man. I can't believe it. Long in Cardano.
You're believing now, man.
Sometimes you gotta just. Sometimes you just gotta ignore your feelings.
Ignore yourself,
listen,
you mean?
Listen to the charts.
I like that.
Sometimes you got to ignore yourself, you know. I'm a man of many Cardano hatred, and I belong in this thing. Oh, man. I'm just kind of getting situated here, but Bitcoin 65K. Okay, Bitcoin.
Looking bullish, yeah, looking bullish. Looking shaky, too, but bullish.
You know, yesterday we did that poll. We never talked about the poll. The where does Bitcoin kind of retrace?
Yeah, what do you remember what it was?
I think a majority of people voted 65 to 66K. Yeah. So, does that mean? I mean, I don't know.
Well,
Just interesting. I think, we talked about 67K being a pretty important level in terms of liquidity and.
yes.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I was looking at Lido, man. Did you guys look at Lido?
Not yet.
I think Lido's eventually going to just explode.
LDO, right? Yep. Lido.
Yeah, I mean,
It's exploding right now on a 5-minute.
I can't really do that. I'm trying to draw some cool lines here, man. This is a range. So is this a bullish range or a bearish range?
Bullish. It's bullish because of the trend going sideways after a move up. Makes you bullish.
Yeah, I mean, can we find any other scenario where this thing did this, right? Where it kind of had to move up and then consolidated sideways? Not really.
The daily on Lido looks really good. Now you got. I mean, what is this? Is this like what, the moose knuckle right here? Like what is?
That's the uneven butt cheek pattern there.
The uneven butt cheek.
Yeah,
with the cellulite
Jason
handles
Casper
with the handles on the side.
Absolutely.
That's bullish, right?
But there's bull div on that. You see how the right cheek is lower than the left one, and then look at the momentum indicators. The right cheek is actually higher. There's a disagreement between price and momentum, and in that situation, I normally believe momentum price is a liar.
And then look at this. This thing is already. This is on the 12-hour, right? This thing kind of had a little bit of a, I don't know, a flag, a kind of steep flag or whatever you want to call it. But the important thing is here, it broke above its 200 on the close, and then it retested it, and then it a springboard. And so I like this one. It's right now moving through a gap until it gets to around 35.13 cents. And then really your volume POC, which is at almost 40 cents, 39.03. So this to me looks like it still has some room to run on a short, on a long. If you hide your stop underneath at 200, I mean, it's going to be a very tight stop loss. You take it to that. No, that was at 39 cents. Yeah, that's a 3.37 to 1 trade on a high time frame. This is an 8-hour kind of Stokes are rolling over, but a fresh green dot on the 8-hour time frame. So I'm looking for I'm looking to go long here, but I'm also looking for weakness on the lower time frames. Here's a red dot that printed on the 6-hour. But it looks like VWAP's about to come right back up above zero.
What is your red and green line down there?
Where?
On your moving averages.
Here?
Yeah.
100, 50, 200.
Where's your
100 is the green,
Is your
I think.
21 and
21
all
is
the
the white.
ribbons? Oh, okay.
21 is blended in.
Gotcha.
Market cipher. Yeah, so there's a 21's away.
Interesting.
So looking for weakness on the lower, on the kind of the medium to low time frames. Fresh green dot on the 4-hour. You have the same pattern here as you got on the daily, except this one on the 4 hour is at the top of an uptrend. Looking for any potential. Oh, there's a little bull div there as well. So this is kind of like the Wu-Tang right here. Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to what?
Ain't nothing up with.
Yeah. So anyways, okay. So here's a 2 hour. I am looking for a long entry on this one. Also looking for potential weakness. There's another kind of box range up top here. So looking at this, I think the 45-minute gives us a nice entry here for a long. I would look something like this. Get in on the 50 MA. Number one, it's where price has bounced numerous times. Number two, it's at the bottom end of the range. So you have this box here on the 45-minute time frame, okay? And the lower end of that box is right around where our 200 MA, or excuse me, where our 50 MA sits. And so if we adjust our entry, right, we get a premium entry, we ride this thing up, we keep it at the under the 200 MA on the 12 hour, and then we take this thing up to that volume POC also on the 12 hour. We're looking at a 6.59 to 1 trade setup. I like that trade. I'm not going to put in a limit order, but I am going to set an alert right here. Let's go add an alert, crossing down that value area, create, and then the trading view is going to alert me when it does that, and then that's going to be a long. And so if anyone is watching, if you like the trade setup, I know it's not a get in the trade right now setup, but you can set an alert on your chart at that price level. We're looking at the 50 MA on the 45-minute time frame, and as long as it's not completely rolling over, I think it'd be a great entry for a 6.5 to 1 trade. So, yeah.
Nice. Lido. Okay. Not bad. Somebody was asking about Zcash community. I guess I'll take a quick look at that. Anything else on you guys' radar? Do we still care about the RSI global heat map? Is it one of those kind of days? Is alt the look right now? Is BTC going sideways? Is right now the alt run?
I think as long as Bitcoin doesn't fall down. So if we're not down in the lower 64, so if we can hold up, let's take a look at the 4 hour here. I think it might be a good place to hang out and evaluate. And if we get back down into these ranges here, then I think alts are in trouble, because then people are thinking, hey, we're going back down to 60,000. We're going to potentially 58,000. Remember, 58,000 wasn't that long ago. It was just a few 2 to 3 weeks ago. We were down here, and so alts were struggling down here in this range because there was just a lot of uncertainty in the markets, right? If Bitcoin's got further pullback, then nobody's buying alts, nobody's trading alts, right? And so, yeah, this is nice price action, though. This is what you want to see out of a 4 hour chart, right? You're coming up. This is what you want to see if you're looking for upward price action. You have a strong move, and it's also rounding out, right? It's not just a few big candles, a big spike back, price, shoots up with volatility. No, this is just healthy consolidation, minimal pullbacks. You get your first pullback here, and it's, you're talking about 20-30% pullbacks, and then we were right back at where we were, right? We got back into higher highs here, and then we pulled back again, and now here we are. So I feel pretty confident on this, or here on the 4 hour, which to answer your question, I think is extremely bullish for altcoins. And if we're in that 66 and to 67K range, right here is alts on fire territory right here, and we're not far away from there. So it might be a really good time to kind of put the brakes on Bitcoin and really start hitting some home runs on some alts.
Hey,
I'm liking it.
Me too. And I'm liking this inverse head and shoulder on Zcash on the weekly. Look at that, a macro inverse head and shoulder. What a big move there, huh? What would a measured move for that be? Being a little conservative here.
$1,100.
Oh, yeah? You've already done it. You've done
yesterday.
it. Nice, nice. Beautiful, yeah. Yeah, about $1,000, $1,100, that area. I can see that for sure. Okay. Would I play that? Probably not without a lower time frame setup. Here's the daily, pushing on up. It just got past local resistance. Here's the 4-hour, very bullish trend, starting to go sideways. That's healthy. 30-minute, there's a flag. There's your flag. There's your entry if you wanted to long it. Low stochastics. How's that VWAP? Are you coming up towards the zero line? Give us that green dot. Give us the buy signal. If that buy signal happens, I may be interested. Here's a 5-minute. 5-minute. Close up on that flag. That 5 minutes ready to pop. Beautiful bull flag on Zcash. And 1 minute, going sideways / a little bit bearish. Small time frame, still in retracement. No major pop yet on Zcash. If you wanted to trade it, and if you wanted to trade it bullishly now, I would do the 30-minute. 30-minute is one of those beautiful flags. It looks like the near flag from yesterday. Beautiful.
You think it's extended enough?
I do. And I like the bounce from the 21. I like how, based on this time frame, right, this sample, this sample of time, the stochastics have reset enough. The flag is long enough, like it's proportionate enough. I guess what I mean is like in proportion to its pole, right? The flag looks long enough. Like it's not like a stubby flag, Damn. Okay. 606. I like it. Zcash looks bullish to me on the 30-minute time frame, folks. Is that a battle plan? Quick sketch of a trade. Stop loss at 565. Entry now. And a TP at 606. That's a 3.6. Nice. 3.6 to 1. Risk reward ratio there on Zcash. I like the trade. That is a battle plan and not a trade alert.
Why don't you call a trade alert, man? You're scared.
I'm cautious. I'm
Okay.
cautious. I'm cautious. I'll keep an eye on it though. Is there something that would make me want to make this a trade alert? What would I want to see?
Yeah, like why is this not a trade alert? What's the reason? Just curious.
Just not every flag is I guess maybe I want to see more. Not every flag is just, automatically long to me. Yeah, I like the fact that it's a 30-minute flag. But I don't know. Maybe I want to weigh my options. Maybe I don't want to commit right now.
Take it out for a test drive, man. See how you like it.
Maybe I want to look at some other coins.
Yeah, I mean, if you draw a fib from this leg up here, you're looking at a 50% fib retracement with the 21 right there. And so for me, I'd be interested in longing it there and then kind of hiding my stop somewhere below the 786. What was your measured move? The 60.
Mine went up to, let me scroll up, 606.
So this would be a 3-to-1 perfectly.
Yeah, it's a nice looking trade. Not
Yeah.
bad at all.
Yeah, that's something I'm keeping my eye on my radar as well.
I would say maybe if the 30-minute closes bullishly, keep this thing green. But it's a rejection candle is looking like. I will be willing to revisit this in 10 minutes. In 10 minutes when the 30-minute candle closes. In the meantime, I'll look at other assets.
So I have the RSI pulled up. This is a 1 hour. We're seeing a nice tail up on virtuals. And so someone in the chat also said virtuals look nice. We should add that to the list. We have ETHFI. I mean, no tail. It's kind of sitting there flat. Anything tailing down? Not really. Everything's kind of tailing up. I don't know what this is. SNDK. You know what SNDK is?
That's SanDisk.
SanDisk. Okay.
Yeah, stock.
Yeah. How do we get rid of the stocks?
Yeah, that is annoying. Like, can you please remove the stocks?
Yeah, I don't know how to do that. If someone knows how to do it, throw it in the chat. Please.
Help
Thank you.
us.
Lido tailing up from strong, looking to get into overbought territory. That's on the 1 hour. Here's the 4 hour. We're seeing same on virtuals, Lido, and then a bunch of stocks, man. I mean, everything looking good on as far as that is all stocks. MU, I'm assuming. Oh, that's Micron. It's another Lab. Wow, Lab trending down. We should definitely look at Lab. And then Zero is an interesting one. So I'll look at ZRO.
Okay.
So just real quick before I get into ZRO, so that Lido plan I had, I can either wait for it to get down to its 50 MA on the 45 minute, or if it breaks this channel and comes back, I'll get in on a retest. And then I'll just move my stop up below the low here, right below the bottom end of the range. And so that's a double plan. Right now, though, it's looking like a rejection. It's looking like another one of these wicks. But I want to see a clear confirmed break above this kind of sideways structure. And then I'll get in on a retest. If not, I'll wait for a rotation to the bottom end of the range and get an even better entry. Okay. ZRO. And then do you want to pull up virtual?
Sure, I could do virtual.
You know what? Let me do virtual.
Okay.
You do ZRO.
And I also have a Tron here. That was a request. ZRO.
Virtuals protocol. So there's a lot of hype and buzz about virtuals kind of being with looped in somehow or working somehow with Robinhood Chain. We know Robinhood Chain's been pretty damn successful in terms of kind of attention grabbing and you can even say getting people to move their bridge some money over. Looking at the weekly time frame on virtuals protocol, we do have some pretty nice bull div here on the weekly time frame. You can see RSI making higher lows, right? It's not massive, but it's there, as price made a lower low. And so there's a discrepancy between the momentum and the price, hence the divergence. But right now on the weekly, at least, we're approaching the 21 MA on virtuals protocol on the weekly. And so if you're in a long, beware, this is a level that you'd expect some level of resistance from virtuals. But I mean, fresh green dot on the weekly time frame, just printed, VWAP just crossed above. And then you have your RSI and your Stokes both pointing up from the ground level there. Let's go to the daily time frame here on virtuals. Seeing a pretty strong bid, man. Let me throw on Heikinashi.
Damn.
Yeah, this is a pretty healthy bid here. Put in a kind of a mini higher low, right? Looking at these lows here, right? Here's our low. Here's our higher low. Can we take out this high here and close above this POC at 65 cents? But so far, this looks very, very bullish. Let's see if the lower time frames are telling us maybe this trend is losing steam a little bit. Let's cut that time frame in half. Also seeing a lot of these, man. Seeing a lot of, we see a big move up and then we see some sort of deep cup. And then sometimes we see a little handle. Sometimes we see sideways handles, or sometimes we just see continuation after like one red candle. And so as we're going through these altcoin charts, I'm definitely seeing a lot more of these. Can we see a double top scenario here at around 64.85 cents? Maybe. Your 200 MA on the 12-hour sitting right there above it at 67 cents. And so although this is very bullish, it's got to clear some very important levels. Number one is the 21 on the weekly, the 100 and the 200 on the daily, and the 12-hour looks like the 200 is right there. If we can flip the 200 on the 12-hour, that would be extremely bullish. Let's go to the 8-hour time frame. 8-hour looks strong. Let's see if there's a confirmed trend on Heikinashi. There sure is. We've been in a confirmed trend for 4 candles so far. So for the last 32 hours, this has been in a confirmed uptrend with volume slowly increasing. We'll see where the volume lands on this 8-hour candle here. It closes in about 6.5 hours, so we do have some time to go before that closes. But man, this to me looks very bullish. If we can clear these 200 MAs on the medium time frames, there you go. There's the first time frame. It's cleared it, the 7-hour. I will note though, we did have 2 candle closes above the 200, and it ultimately came all the way back down. Do we believe it's going to be more of the same now, or do we believe if it does come back to the 200 that it's going to retest it and continue its move up? Again, also aware of a double top scenario on virtuals protocol. Here is the, man, this is This is very bullishly cautious, or cautiously bullish to me.
Okay.
Yeah, the big, where'd it go? I hate that shit, man. I hate when you like have it, you're about to talk about it, and then the volume kind of goes away. Mm-hmm. Let me squeeze it down. So we do have a volume gap here between 60, 65 and around 69 cents, which is where this top is here. So let's see if we were to get into a long here. Let's see if we find any weakness on the lower time frames, because if I'm trading virtuals, I am trading this thing long. Let's see where the RSI is sitting. RSI is at 77. So damn, this thing is pretty overheated, man. Does that mean that we're going to short it? No. Does that mean that it's going to have a pullback? Probably, but doesn't have to, right? We're starting to see a little bit of chop here at the top on the 15-minute time frame. That could potentially be a double top. This reminds me a little bit of that Dexy trade that I ended up taking an L on. My stop loss got hit. But very similar, right? Volume decreasing. We're starting to see wicks and smaller bodies towards the top. Does that mean that we're going to see a spill off here? Trend is still intact on the Heiken Ashi. That's the 15-minute. Here's the 10. Just no. Even the red candles are extremely tiny. Coming off a fresh red eye. I don't know, man. This to me looks like a rounding top, but do we really want to jump on a short when the chart looks like this on the medium and higher time frames? I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. I don't want to hop into a short, no. But virtuals was looking good on those higher time frames. It made me want to get in on that macro, like the weekly. Looked like it looked pretty good.
Yeah, the weekly.
I love that.
I don't know. Can he reclaim the 21? So, I mean, do you want to be patient and wait? That's a big gap there between that. I mean, if you get in here at like a 21 retest.
Yeah.
You just take it up to the 50 MA. Obviously not that deep of a stop loss. I don't know, something like, where would you even put your stop?
For weekly, I would have to put it below the wicks,
and then drag this thing all the way up.
Yeah.
Weekly,
high, baby.
Something like that.
Something like that. Yeah, right there. There you go. 5.
This high here.
1 to 5. I like it.
No, 5.5 to 1.
I like it.
So I don't know. For me, I want to see how the 5 and the 10 minute time frames play out in terms of, is this thing going to roll over or not? And if it doesn't, then shit, maybe we got to go to even the lower time frames, the 2 minute or the 1 minute, to try to get an entry for a long. But this thing's going up, man. And so I'm a big fan of virtuals. I hold virtuals. I like their ecosystem. I like their team. And I think this Robinhood thing is, I think, getting people hyped up.
Nice.
And while you're looking at the other one, I'm gonna pull up their. I'm gonna see if I can find some info on their revenue.
All right, here's zero on the daily. What a downtrend! Very clappy, baby. Very clappy trend here. But is it a stiff trend? Is it a brittle trend here? That thing is a big downtrend. I gotta say, it's bearish consolidation, and it's very bearish. Likely continues to go down. On the daily, complete opposite of what we were seeing on virtuals. Let's take a look at the 4 hour here. Zero has been in a downtrend for some time here, and no sign of a bounce. Just bearish consolidation after bearish consolidation. May come down to 0.740 based on the 4 hour. Here's the 5 minute time frame. The 5. Is this starting to round out? Not really. A little bit of bull div on the stochastics, not so much on market cipher B. And a 1 minute time frame, very small time frame, is bearish at the moment. There you go, zero, looking pretty bearish across the board. Maybe it'll be bullish at some point, but I'm just seeing bear trend, and continuation to the downside on zero. That's what I'm seeing.
Can you squeeze that down real quick?
Squeeze it this way?
Oh, the other way.
The other way, like that.
Oh, the other way.
Squeeze it, pinch it in.
What if that's a massive inverse head and shoulder?
I could see that potentially happening. Yeah, there'd be a shoulder, there's a head, and a right shoulder. That'll be the opportune entry on the inverse head and shoulder. That can happen, but it's just a projection, right? It's a projection in our minds. It doesn't have to be reality.
Is there any bull div on that? I guess I can look.
There was bull div on the higher time frames, like I think on a daily. Was there? I didn't look at this. Yeah, right there. Some bull div. Pretty strong bull div right there. It got a reaction off of it, move up, and I guess a flag down. That's not a bear flag. So, I mean, that could bounce. It's not a bear flag. But the only concern is this larger bearish consolidation, relatively equal lows and lower highs. Descending triangle gives you a continuation to the downside for 0. But you never know. You never know. There's always the bullish and the bearish case. All right, that's that. I got stopped out of a TRX trade in a profit. 50% trade here on TRX. Somebody was asking me about Tron, and Tron is looking kind of shaky right now for some reason. On the daily, like Bitcoin had a great day yesterday, and like Tron closes like mediocre, like kind of just neutral monkish candle. And now we have this bearish rejection candle on the daily, and then the 4-hour looks like that, like 5. Like what's going on the 5-minute Tron? What a big dump right there for Tron.
Weird. Big
dump took me out of my trade, and that's a bear flag right there. I mean, could it break the trend and just fill the volume gap? Absolutely. But Tron, I don't know. Either opportune entry or just shakiness, man. That thing was rolling over. It did dump. Made a bit of a bear flag, dumped again to support. We'll see. Maybe this is the bounce zone, but Tron looking shaky, and I'm no longer in the trade, but I am out in profit.
Wasn't there something where Tether froze money or something?
I didn't hear about that. You hear about that?
Yeah, here you go,
man. They froze some funds.
And it was
stolen
on Tron. It was on Tron.
Was it hacked funds?
It was Iran linked.
Oh.
So maybe that's what it is. Maybe people are projecting a potential, I don't know. I don't want to say lawsuit or, I don't know. But that's just weird that Tron dumps like that when everything else is going up.
Interesting. 7 hours ago. Okay. Justin Sun used to have a good relationship with Trump. I don't know if he
started attacking him.
I don't know if he still does. I think he did start attacking him.
He did. Yeah,
right?
He does not anymore.
Whatever happened to this? So they're not cool anymore.
No. So can you put 2 and 2 together?
I don't know. I mean, that's the move that he would do if they were cool. Like, cooperate with the U.S., follow the money laundering laws, take pressure from Trump and freeze Iran-linked funds. A lot of people use Tron for criminal activity because it's just so easy, and it's so cheap to send Tether.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. I'll focus on the charts.
Something interesting. You see Tron dump like that.
Yeah.
It's hard to not try to find why, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And I was looking at virtuals, financials. I mean, it looks pretty shitty. I was looking at where was it? I was looking at fees. I mean, pretty flat. You got to go all the way back to January of 25, right? Supply side fees, right? Weekly sum of fees. Revenue's been pretty dead. I mean, so is this a speculative pump? It seems so. Doesn't seem like it's a pump because of fundamentals. And but we can go back to what we were doing earlier or last week where we were looking at the leaderboards. We found a DYDX trade on this one, made money on one, got stopped out of a second one as we try to run that thing back. But take a look at Uniswap's trading volume, up 46.7% over the last 7 days. What I like to look at is revenue and then active either weekly or daily users. Robinhood, I mean, this thing is crushing it. ICP, very interesting. Revenue over the last 7 days up 440%. Would love to see if that's playing into, if that's kind of seeping into the chart at all. And then we look at daily active users. I like to see confluence with users and revenue. Right now, as you can see here, users are not really at least active daily users are not showing up here for ICP in relative to revenue. But if you look at Robinhood, right? Robinhood revenue's up 4,200%. You look at the daily active users, number 4 up 800%. Weekly active users, number 2 up 683%, and then monthly active users, number 1. And so this makes sense, right? Revenue is number 1, monthly active users are number 1. You can see that actual value is driving growth on the chain and potentially growth in the token. And in this case, there is no token because it's built on ETH. But something to keep in mind of, if you are looking for tools to add to your tool belt to be able to maybe find some, even if it's not trading, if it's just maybe scalping some spot bags. There you go. So ICP. You want to take a look at ICP?
Sure.
Or Robin, you want to take a look at ICP?
Yeah, let Rob do it.
Yeah, I got you. Oh, ICP. Where are we at? All right. So let's start the daily consolidation here. You know, it's in that familiar, well, this could be the bottom territory. It's like, I will say that, you know, from a horizontal line, right? I mean, this is pretty bottomy here, right? We found very strong support. We did wick underneath it briefly here. That was back on that October 10th dip. But, you know, we came down, wick down there, wick down here. But we've seen strong bounce here, and that's basically at $2, right? So currently at $2.20. You know, my concern is that you get, especially in altcoins that are down this much, sometimes they just kind of get glued to these bottoms here, and they just take a while to break out. So, you know, I wouldn't be surprised to see a lot of this, or perhaps, you know, do one of these numbers. I don't know. I'm a little fearful until I see some movement, some significant volume to get in on it, right? I mean, you can always try to predict this here, but I mean, it's pretty tough. So anyways, on the 1 day, I'm not seeing, I don't like these charts here where you're hugging up against support that's been around for a while, especially you lose it, then all of a sudden you're in some whole new price category. Let's look and see if there's anything that looks good for trading on the short term here. I just skip past the 4 hour, just go right into like the 15-minute, see what kind of structures are forming here. This is that bottom I said earlier where we got down to $2.14. Okay, so we got some bearish structures forming here. You have a lot of rounding out tops. This right here, you could say is forming perhaps an inverse head and shoulders, but this spill off that you got here, say you're you're looking for a cup and handle or inverse head and shoulders. You could maybe, I think you get a V-shaped recovery into like into like a reverse Adam and Eve or Eve and Adam, whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm. You know what? I don't see a trade here, man. I don't. Do you guys see any trades? I don't know if y'all looked at it or not. Because it's bearish in nature, right?
Yeah,
it's bearish in nature, and so when you look at a chart, like for me, like what makes it bearish, what makes it bullish, right? And so if you get rounding out tops, that means that it's likely to head to the downside. When you got rounding out bottoms, which we don't really have, I mean, this kinda. And so until you see something, and then this right here for a short, this is already sold off, you know, a good amount here. So I would just sit on the sidelines here, my personal opinion. If there's going to be anything, I would perhaps long just because of the downside. No, just stay away. Don't trade ICP. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Do nothing. I got to point out, I found what may be a juicy bull flag on Solana on the daily time frame. Check this out. That, my friends, is a bull flag on the daily, which bounced from the 50 EMA. Look, it has low stochastics. It got a fresh green dot VWAP cross bullishly there. Money flow starting to curve up. Momentum may be bottoming. You know, it's early. It's early in this flag right here. But I like that last candle, bullish engulfing. I like the fact that it's pushing above the moving averages. I like the fact that it's came down and retested as well. That's a gorgeous flag on Solana. And imagine the smaller time frame setups that may be existing as well, that may be in alignment with this daily. And so I'll put a realistic TP here. This is a battle plan in my head right now, but I may make this a trade alert actually, and maybe put this on a copy account and maybe on my macro account too. It's a daily time frame, guys. After a major move up, we're flirting with changing that trend. It's a beautiful bull flag, low Stokes, green dot. That's ready to go. Let me look at the small time frames, just see if we can just confirm entry. And look at that. Even the 5 minute is a beautiful flag. I like it, man. I like it. It doesn't feel chasey. The daily is mature. The small time frames agree. Even the medium time frames agree. Well, the medium time, let's be fair, a little bit overbought with the stochastics. RSI has some room to go. It looks like it's like kind of consolidating right now after breaking above the flag, which is healthy. It's retested the bottom. It's healthy. I like it. I'm going to call it trade alert.
Yeah, I like it too.
That's trade alert.
Follow you on that one.
Yeah, trade alert right now, baby. Let's go.
Attention, trade inbound.
Wow, that was a good one.
Trade alert. High probability setup found.
Make money.
You see how many I threw for you?
Yes, I appreciate that, man.
You're welcome.
Crypto.
You made it rain on me.
Alert. This is not
All right, I'll give you the numbers. Here. This is a Solana, a daily trade. Yes, I'm going to put in this trade on my macro account. Solana, and I'll put this in. I may put this on a copy account too. I like this a lot. Daily time frame. We'll enter now right around 77.82. Put a stop loss at 73.45. All right. And then a TP at 91.27. Why did I put my TP and stop loss where I did? The TP is based on the 200-day moving average on that daily time frame, right? 200 MA, simple moving average, a dynamic resistance. Perfect TP place. And then the stop loss is below the 50, is below the nearest wicks, to the downside. I like it. This flag should break out. If it wants to retrace any deeper, we went out of the trade. A perfect 1-to-3 risk reward ratio. Chef's kiss. Beautiful trade. Solana on the daily. My kind of trade.
Speaking of flags, Uniswap looks pretty nice on the 2 and the 3 hour. It came in bullish, and I was looking at this, and I was like, you know what, Uniswap. There's a lot of hype around Uniswap. The Unichain thing went live. Their wallet. You have Robinhood chain, which they're actively in some of their promos talking about bridging over on Uniswap. So could that drive token value? Maybe. And I was like, you know what? Let me just look at the chart here. This is a 2 hour time frame on Uniswap. We came into this move bullishly. We're consolidating sideways. This to me is a little bit of a bull pennant, or at the very least a symmetrical triangle. But we had that kind of parabolic move up, that curving move up, came in, dipped down, caught support right below the 21 MA, and then continue to grind higher, right? You can also look at this and say, well, this kind of looks like an inverse head and shoulders here as well, right? Although you entered it bullishly, which typically you enter it bearishly, but here you have a bullish pattern within a bullish pattern. Now for this one, same idea with Lido as, oh, there we go, Lido. Lido already got the breakout. Okay, let's go. Okay, so Lido is in retest territory. So if we get a retest here, I'm probably going to get into a long here at 33.90. And we talked about breaking that range. The range is officially broken. We've gotten 3 candles now, 2 candles on the 5 minute that closed. I do think the Stokes need to reset a little bit. So expecting a bounce here. Maybe we get a wick into this box here. But I'm interested in a Lido long if we can get a retest, which should happen before the show is over. But back to Uniswap here. This is the 2 hour, and also in the 2 hour, guys, we have a fresh trigger wave long here on Uniswap. As you can see here, there's your anchor wave, right? An overextended momentum wave that crosses our oversold 1 line, right? Which is your dotted line, and it tapped the trigger 2 and then the trigger 1 there on the bottom, that solid line, with not just one green dot, multiple green dots. You can also argue, right, since we're talking about patterns within patterns, Here is a pattern within a pattern. Here's a little inverse on the momentum, okay? So we can look at that as bullish as well. And then coming up, getting a little extended here, red dot, and then right back down for a much smaller, what we call a trigger wave with a green dot, right? Why is it called a trigger wave? It's your trigger to get into a play, to get into a long in this case. If it was reverse, it would be a short. Money flow did not get below zero. I mean, we've been green money flow since the beginning of the month, the very 1st of July. VWAP is, did break above our zero line, but is kind of peaking over a little bit. Is it going to reverse and U-turn back up? Potentially, but I expect Uniswap to go. And the question is, will we get one more rotation to the backside here? What would a trade look like? Right, so you can do two things. You can try to wait, right? If you like the idea and you're like, yeah, you know what, that kind of looks and makes sense. You can try to get in now, right? Have a tighter stop loss around here, and then take the measured move of this. We can either measure the, I don't know, you can measure the pole like this, right? And take this thing up to $4.35, or you can just measure the width of your triangle here. And looks like we'll call it $4, $3.99. What would that trade look like if you're like, I can't wait, I need to get in right now? Well, here's your entry right now. And this is not a trade alert. I'm just sketching this out, what it would look like. And $4, that gives us a 4-to-1 trade setup. Now, if you wait for a rotation to the back, to the bottom end of the range here, because again, you can see with this symmetrical triangle pattern, it still has some ways to go. I mean, if we project this thing out, if the way I have it drawn, we're looking at potentially Friday at around 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for this pattern to fully play out if it decides to continue to consolidate sideways. But if you were to get a more opportune entry, then you can slide your stop below the inverse head of this and take this thing up for that full measured move, which I believe was around $4.25 or $4.30, which will give you a little more than a 3.5-to-1 trade setup on Uniswap. So I am in I mode here, okay? I'm not in any trades. I'm not in any trades on breakout.
I mode.
Yeah, I'm not in any trades on BitUnix. I'm clean slate here, man. And why is there an open order? Oh, that's from my Venice.
Yeah, so Bitcoin's seeing a strong push here on the shorter time frames. I've been been eyeballing this here, and so very interesting to keep an eye here. I've been waiting for this here to come back up to 65.17, and well, here we are. So either going to get a strong rejection here, or we're going to blast up, and we should see some higher price ranges here. 65.4 potentially if we can break above 65.17. So 65,170, right where we're at right now. Could see an explosive move to the upside here, guys, or get that straight rejection. There's the rejection. Maybe. Either way, this is going to be a battleground here. As you can see, I dropped the swords. There's that rejection. Jesus. All right. Well, let's see if we can get back up there again.
All right, Laura, drop the confetti. You get a membership. You get a membership. You get a membership. Lots of gifted memberships.
Wasn't he American toaster? And now he's French toaster again? Make up your mind, man. Are you American or are you French? Just kidding. We appreciate you. Thank you very much. An interesting thumbnail there.
Yeah, we look interesting, don't we?
Looks nothing like Rob.
Rob looked like he got some melanin in him today.
Yeah, Rob.
It looks like
he almost looked more black than you.
Well, I don't know. Rob's in charge of the thumbnail, man. Remember, you said he's I don't know. He's an honorary member of the African American community.
That's right.
Do you accept him? Does he need to file any paperwork?
And then what's that on your face there, Dave?
I guess tears. The waterfall, man. Someone said Trump canceled all his meetings and is in the Situation Room.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if that's true. I was trying to doom scroll X. Please don't pull this up because you never know what pops up here. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I mean, I'm not seeing anything. I'm sure on X it would have been kind of...
Zen Detectives, get on it.
Yeah,
Is this a trade the news, sell everything?
Yeah, interesting. Bitcoin got a big rejection like that, but I don't know. I feel like if you just wait for, and I'm speaking from experience because this used to be me. If you just wait for, like, I'm not going to trade because he might do this, you're never going to get into trades. You're going to end up screwing yourself.
Yep. Well, you know how I feel about it.
Yeah, you don't even look at the news.
All baked in, baby.
Damn, man, I think Lido's going to run away.
It's getting a move.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if we're gonna get. I don't know if we're gonna get the retest, my friends. Maybe we will. This thing is pretty overheated, dude. It's at 80 on the RSI in the 5-minute. Everything is kind of pinned to the ceiling here. Here's what the 15-minute looks like. 15-minute looks like continuation. I mean, the Heikinashi tells us yes. And man, I was kind of hoping for a little retest for an entry. Look at that 4-hour. If it is going to reject, it'll be somewhere around here. But if it doesn't, my friends, this thing is going to probably around 40 cents. There's your next volume gap. And then we had a triple top here at around 46 cents. And so I'm kind of getting a little FOMO here. Come here, Frank. Getting a little FOMO here. My boy Frank here. Yeah, I mean, if we get into this trade now, this is chasing. I feel like if we get into this trade, we're getting wrecked. Am I right?
Yeah. Long.
Yeah.
It looks a little clappy.
Very
I mean,
chasey.
it's bullish, but it feels chasey.
It's too chasey.
It feels chasey to me.
I know. It is.
I can't chase it.
Okay. Well, maybe give me a retest here, man. Come on. Help me out here, guy.
How about, I don't know.
Come down here. Give me a retest. We just had a bullish cross. 100 crossed above the 200. So now we're in chronological order: 21, 50, 100, the 200. Right? That's the ultimate. Should have a name for that. When all the moving averages are in chronological order.
Yeah.
Like the 9, the 20.
Yeah, the closest one's closest, or the one's further away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. The fan out, I don't know.
The fan out?
The fan out, the pecking order, I don't know. I'm just having fun here.
Fanning out the pecking order.
Is this weakness on the 2-hour for BTC? We got higher price. Look at that. Lower momentum. You have bear div on the 2-hour. And how's that VWAP looking? About to give us a red dot. Look on the 2-hour. That VWAP is just about to cross bearishly. Is that, weakness in BTC? Trend up to break down with bearish divergence. Stochastics. The VWAP about to cross bearishly. What do you think, man? Opportune short entry, bearish engulfing candle on the 2-hour. 7 minutes left.
Oh shit!
Battle plan.
There's your green. There's your red dot.
There it is. Yeah, there's your red dot. Ready just in time to print with the candle close. Let's see what a stop loss and a TP could look like if a short is a play here. Yeah, there you go.
I'm looking at the daily. Man, I don't know. This to me looks like a pit stop, right? We had a big move. This was almost a 5% daily candle, right? We engulfed the previous entire move, right? This entire area here, we completely engulfed it. And I just feel like now is a pit stop before the next big move up, at least on the high time frames, man. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. You mentioned the weekly green dot on Bitcoin, the bull div on the weekly on Bitcoin. Not to say that we can't get volatility within this daily candle here, which closes in about 6 hours. But I don't know. If I am going to short, man, I don't want to be in that short for too long. And that 2 hour is very interesting. That red dot just went away, by the way. Bitcoin teeters at. I'm sure you looked at liquidity, but can we see what the liquidity looks like? And then what is the YouTube name for the casino, so I can just have it pulled up on my end too? Yeah,
Bitcoin Live Educational from Forex Educational Live. You see it there? Beautiful. Okay, so here's a look at liquidity on the 5-minute time frame. I mean, if I'm using liquidity as a weight, if I'm weighting, heavily liquidity as a data point, it favors the upside right now. On the 5-minute, 65,600 to the upside. Hot liquidity directly above us, and we have some cold liquidity, 64,390, meaning that it's not a lot of volume. There's not a lot of orders. Way more orders to the upside on a small time frame. That gives me a bullish bias right now in the short term, but I understand the weakness on like that meso time frames, like the 2-hour. Right now, the 2-hour time frame, a bit bearish, but I wonder how the 15-minute will look. There we go. So that's kind of the idea that, rising price trending up to potentially trend down or trend up to what? To go parabolic, right? Is this one of those parabolic days? Is this a squeeze? Is there a major squeeze coming for BTC? Low Stokes. Are we increasing the volume? Getting lower highs on volume, but just more volume in general than this previous area, I got to say.
Now, the more I look at this, this looks very bearish to me. The 15-minute?
15. Okay, potentially bearish. You double top? What are you looking at?
I mean, I'm looking at like this pattern here. You come up, maybe a little bit of an M, and then are we bear flagging below the 21?
I can see that. Yep.
And look at all those wicks. Look at all those wicks on the lower time frame. Right? I mean, did we see anything here? And I like to look at, more of the previous price action, but kind of relative to the time frame. So, if we look here, big move up, we kind of chop sideways. Never really had a double top though, right? Each time it was a little top, we come down. Okay, we had a big liquidity grab and then down. But here we had you can almost call this a double top here on the 15-minute. We edged that area like 3-4 times on a wick, and each time got rejected. Each time tried again, got rejected. Moved up again, got rejected. And as we, and look at this, as we got that second run up, the candle bodies got smaller and smaller each time until we had one more big move and then a dump. And now we're kind of consolidating bearishly. So I feel like the markets have been confusing me lately.
It's designed that way. Absolutely.
I don't know, man. I like when you see wicks like this, do you think that's manipulation? Do you think it's just natural volatility for Bitcoin? Do you think it's...
I think it's a sell wall. I think there's a sell wall.
A natural sell wall?
Yes. I believe. See, I'm a little different. I'm very zen, man. I believe it's all natural. Everything is natural, even manipulation.
That's wild.
Even manipulation is natural. It's all part of price action. So yeah, I think there's a sell wall up there, and there's a lot of heavy sell pressure in that area. Once you break it hard. But so far, it's resistance, and it may be a good idea just to short it. Just in case. But a little bit high risk. If you did it, you risk a little bit. Instead of risking $50 or risk $5, you could risk a lot less when you get a super sniper entry like that.
True.
How's that casino looking?
I don't have my volume up. We need the stimulation, right?
Yes. Can overstimulate it a little bit. There we go. Pull to the upside.
Where?
You see the
previous?
The green, yeah. Yeah, not a new pull to the upside, but that was the latest call was pulled to the upside.
So this looks like the 1 and the 2 minute are bearish. Mm-hmm. I mean, pretty average on the trades per minute, 65, 66.
Yeah.
But you can see it even clearer here on this here, get into that supply zone twice, get rejected, create a little bit of an M pattern, and then you're bearishly consolidating. With demand sitting at negative, is it 46 or 70?
Demand at, it looks like negative.
Are we looking at
46?
Are we looking at the top number or the bottom number?
I think they called it. It depends on what direction. So they called the pull to the upside at negative 70, and the price has improved to 47 since then.
And right now it's at 47.
Yeah, negative 47.
Got it. But just like without drawing any lines and just looking at this to me looks kind of bearish.
Yeah, to me it looks kind of middle of the road. You know, it's middle of the road. Potentially bearish, but short term, you know, still kind of bullish to me. It's still bullish, but potentially bearish. When you weren't here earlier, I really, you know, wanted to make a difference. You know, I made a point about, you know, things being potentially bearish and then things being actually bearish, right? Like the daily is actually bearish, you know, the trend, but it's potentially bullish because of the bull divs and what we're seeing, right? Especially like the weekly. The weekly is very potentially bullish, but it's still bearish.
On Bitcoin?
So yeah, on Bitcoin, yeah.
Holy shit, bro.
What you see?
Lido just ran, man, and
Hey, hold Frank tighter, man.
I know. I'm having some FOMO right now, bro. Look at that.
It's okay, man. Make it zen, Laura.
No.
No, don't make me
Burn
zen.
me to hell. Burn me so I can't.
Actually, yeah, burn them. Screw it. Yeah, no blessings for them. Burn them.
Wow.
I'll give it a little wiggle. I love the sound effects. Somebody called me a psychopath. Said, bro is a psychopath. Even the manipulation is natural. It is. I truly believe that in all my heart. The manipulation is natural.
That is a very odd statement to me.
Right? Manipulation is natural.
That's extremely odd.
Think about it, because if it's always there, what makes it, you know, not what makes it odd? You know, what makes it out of place if it's always there?
I think the underlying definition of manipulation is, in fact, the complete opposite of natural.
Is it? Well, what is the definition of manipulation?
So manipulation is making something. I'm not very good at it. Let's ask our friend here. Definition of manipulation.
I would think it would be like a concerned effort to influence something, like influence an outcome of something.
The
maybe.
action. Wow, what a absolutely amazing definition. Thanks, Google. Manipulation is the act of manipulating something.
Yeah.
Definition of manipulating.
But the thing is, like, if, you know, I don't know, I feel like the charts, the Bitcoin charts are ran by humans and human emotions. And, you know, in human civilization, you know, we have elites and stuff like that. And people like to manipulate, and they manipulate the markets, you know, consistently and all the time. And it's just because that's part of our natural human nature to manipulate and have power, control, and try to influence the masses. That is natural human behavior to me. Manipulation is natural human behavior. And also natural market behavior, right? We look to anticipate manipulation, right? We look to take advantage of manipulation. You know, if we know Bitcoin is bullish, but they manipulate it down, isn't that a great entry, you know, for potential long? You know, that's the way I look at it. Like manipulation is like you got a card deck, you know, it's just a card in the deck. You know, it's an ace, or it's a wild card. You know, it's the wild card in Uno or something, you know?
Okay.
Manipulate. It's part of the game, is what I'm saying. You know,
okay.
It's not a defect. It's part of the design.
Okay, so I think two can be true, and we should definitely stop talking about this, the definition of manipulation.
Manipulation.
Yeah, Frank made me feel better. I don't have FOMO anymore on Lido.
How do you guys feel about manipulation? Seriously, how about you guys in the chat? You know, are you? Is it natural? Is it unnatural? Are you afraid of it? Is it good? Is it bad? Does it create opportunity? I don't know, man. I try to, you know, look for, you know, I don't know, man, just opportunity. I don't know.
Manipulation to me is just another variable. So something else to keep in mind. Something gets oversold. Something is overbought. You know, there's a hack in a protocol. So manipulation is just another thing to keep an eye on. With any of these situations, any of these indicators, anything that you evaluate in your analysis of trading, it's not all encompassing, right? And so I wouldn't say, hey, this is, you know, highly manipulated. There's tons of highly manipulated coins and projects out here that you can make a killing on, right? Now, for those said projects, are those good long-term holds? No, there's run an inherent risk of the manipulation coming unwound, especially if it's to the upside, which typically it is for smaller projects. So just something to think about. I mean, you see a small amount of wallet holders, and you see the prices skyrocketing. Well, more than likely manipulation's behind it. Don't spot buy it. But is that something you long? Is that something you short? It's something you consider, right? It's another piece of the puzzle, right? You're trying to figure out a mystery here, and so you use all the evidence out there, all your indicators, your charts, your sentiment. There's a lot that goes into it. So for me, it's only one piece of the puzzle. True.
Got a great discussion there in the chat. We have a super chat here too, though. Can we bring up the super chat from Nathaniel? Make sure we take care of these super chats. It says TA on Filecoin, 4 hour, 1 day, and a 3 day. I like that he requested time frames. I love that.
Damn, Nathaniel.
3 day, 1 day, 4 hour. All right, let's start on that 3 day Filecoin here. Here we go. So this thing is in a downtrend for some time. Wow. What a big downturn. When does it turn around? Any bull div here on the way down? Got some bull div. Bull div from this low to that low on the 3 day. Nice bull div on all indicators. Means that the buyers are stepping in there. The buyers are stepping in.
Filecoin is number 3 on revenue over the last 7 days. It's up 340%.
Really?
Yeah, if you want to take that into account when you're looking at
Okay, yeah. It's so crazy that you can't even see that like on a 3 day. It's like still in bearish consolidation. It's like you're not too late.
Or is that a double bottom? Is there any bull div?
Yeah, hella bull div right here. Yeah. I'm pointing it out right now. Tons of bull div right here on the way down. And also, I'm willing to bet this wick right here is October 10th. Yep, October 10th, pretty much, predicting the bear market lows here. If it does dump one more time out of this bearish consolidation, it may go to match that October 10th wick. But imagine how many people got destroyed on that wick, man. Just take this down, maybe to that wick was 0.5272. Imagine going from, what was it at? What was the high of that candle? Like $2.43 all the way down to like 54 cents in like the span of 3 days.
It's wild.
That's crazy work. All right, let me go to another time frame. You said the daily, and then we do the 4 hour. Here's the daily time frame. I like what looks like an inverse head and shoulder within the bear flag. That could be a shoulder head and a right shoulder there for you. That's a very bullish very potentially bullish reversal pattern here on the daily, but still in bearish consolidation, I would say. We've been seeing that a lot. Bullish patterns within bearish consolidation and bearish patterns within bullish consolidation. Which one wins? You never know for sure. But, I mean, the trend is still down. Daily has a green dot, though. The VWAP has crossed bullishly. That zero line. You have a buy signal. You have a bit of a retracement on the Stokes. It didn't fully reset, but maybe reset enough to give you another push. Nearing resistance, and check out your volume gap on the daily. Big gap right here. So if you do get the push on Filecoin, you could see a move from 80 cents to about 92 cents pretty quickly. And that could be set off by the inverse head and shoulders. So that looks very potentially bullish. Let's look at that 4 hour. Here you go, 4 hour time frame. Is it just going sideways? Yeah, just going a bit sideways here. Very tight range for it. Here's your range. Ready to test the top of the range and get pushing into that clap gap to the upside. Reverse clap gap. Okay. Not too bad. Momentum to the upside on the 4 hour. It looks bullish. It looks like a double bottom. It looks like BTC before it got its move. That's pretty bullish. And here's a 30-minute time frame. 30 just to show you what's going on. That was a gorgeous bull flag that is in the process of breaking out. But if you don't put in a higher high here, you risk having a double top and then starting to turn bearish. Here's a 5 minute. 5 minute got that bounce on that 200 and still looking bullish. Interesting. Yeah, small time frames bullish. Yeah, 4 hour looking bullish, potentially bullish, and the daily, potentially bullish again with that inverse head and shoulder. But the overall trend is still down. But there is a lot of, potential move to the upside for Filecoin. Hope that was helpful for you.
I wanted to look at lighter. I was drawing a blank there. So lighter, there's a lot of hype around lighter. This thing was a pretty big mover. And it's seeing, I was looking at the crypto bubbles. It is down 1.8% on the 1 hour time frame. Let me pull this up. I think I have this. There we go. Lit. So here's lighter. I mean, I think. Oh, wow. Look at all the data we have. Isn't that cool?
Lighter.
I mean, this thing had a massive move up. This thing had a massive move. This thing went from 88 cents to $2. Well, I guess that's not that big of a move. 88 cents to $2.67. I am interested in the lower time frames, maybe the 4 hour on lighter. Fresh red dot on the 4 hour. That candle is about an almost 2 hours left. And this do we see this as a zone? A box that this thing is trading in? Similar to what Lido was doing, right? Here's Lido. Very similar. If we put that on the 4 hour, right? Not as much of a on the 1 hour. Not as long of a consolidation, but still nonetheless similar consolidation where it had a big move up, big move down, created this little bit of a range here. There it is. And I bet you the POC somewhere around here where it is right now. We do have a little bit of a volume gap until we get down to that 100 MA. But lighter is something that that I'd be willing to try to catch a bounce at the 100 here, right? Rotation to the bottom end of the range. Try to rotate back to the top end of the range. Let me get rid of that. And just see what this would look like here. Bottom to the top. We can have our stop. Man, that's a beautiful trade. Here's another one I'm eyeing. And I'm keeping my eye on the trades that I'm eyeing. So I'm double eyeing my trades. So Uniswap is one, Lido's one, and Lighter is another one. All waiting for better entries. Lido might not give it to us. Lido might just completely take off. I saw some post on X that there's a massive whale that's dumping Bitcoin and buying ETH. I don't know if that's true or whether you want to take into any account what the price action and what we're seeing. At least on Lido, looks like we are maybe going to get a rotation to the bottom end of that range. We do have a trigger wave short entry here that just printed on Market Cipher B, along with money flow looking to get into the red for the first time since June 14th. It's been a month since Lighter has seen red money flow, and it's probably about to see it soon. And so this might be our first entry we actually get. And I love that as I cut that time frame in half from the 4 to the 2 hour, my entry there was right at the 200 MA on Lighter. I like this, man. I am going to actually put in a limit order for Lighter here.
Oh.
Yeah. The stop is pretty tight, so it's not, and the R&R is really good. It's 4-1. Let me see if I can do this on Breakout. It is not on Breakout, so BitUnix it is. If it's even on BitUnix, is it on BitUnix? It's not on BitUnix either. Damn it.
Womp, womp, womp.
Yeah.
But also, were you at all worried that may turn into a head and shoulder once it reaches the entry? You see the head and shoulder?
Here?
Yeah.
Are you talking about
that
like where's your right shoulder?
That's the left shoulder right there, that whole thing, that whole hump. And that's the middle. Yeah, that's the head.
I see these as equals, so I don't see this as a shoulder head. I see them as equal highs.
I call even an equal triple top a head and shoulder. I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see it as that. I see it as a range, a bullish range it's consolidating in. And I look at the way Lido came into it. Same thing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Came in bullishly, consolidated sideways, and it's seeing a breakout, right? So projecting that it does something similar, and it's going to be hit at the entry's at a very important level. Which
nice support level though. Nice dynamic support.
I mean, this thing's been above its 200 since the middle to end of June, and so yeah, but I can't trade anyway. So
Hey, Laura, can we stop burning us now? Like,
Yeah.
maybe it's like a beautiful, like, scenic background or something.
Your boy making money over here, bro. I'm a straight kid.
How you looking over there?
I'm looking good, bro. Look at this.
They say you're looking Cuban today, man.
Yeah, hola.
On the thumbnail, Tony Roses.
Let me get a cigar, Monte Cristo, you know.
Hey.
Cubano.
I could definitely see you as a Cubano.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, looking pretty good, man. My day is looking great. Take a look at this. Down,
Damn.
Your boy straight crushing the charts down here. Got a Solana trade up 20 bucks, a Lab trade up 22 bucks. I also got ETH up 100 bucks.
All open?
ADA up 50 bucks. I got Bitcoin up 5 bucks.
Is there a button to close?
I got 66 bucks up
Is
on
there a button to close
Algo.
on?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Yeah, you know.
So your P&L right now is $250 for the day.
Yeah, man.
Close them all out.
I like to close out my my trades at like 100 bucks.
Okay.
Maybe I'll close out this ETH one first.
Yeah.
Go there.
Just hope it doesn't get to 0 before it gets to 100.
Should Rob close it all out?
Should I close it all out?
I look at it, man. That's a $250 day.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd be happy with that. That's a week of groceries in my house. Well, not even. It's like a 5-day worth of groceries in my house. You know what's funny is every time I do that too, as I see the ETH dropping, every time I'm like, oh, look at my trades are up. They start going down.
Yeah. It was at 115 bucks and I was like, oh, let me announce it and then close it. And then and now here we are.
Beautiful.
But
It's not beautiful. It's not. It's really not, man. What's beautiful about it? Nothing. It's horrible. Yeah. You know, I saw Breakout yesterday was a wild ride.
you had a Zcash short open, right?
Yeah, I got stopped out of it though.
That's what I'm saying. Because I know Zcash ripped.
Yeah, yep. I got stopped out for $100 on that one. I stopped out on HBAR for another $100. Made money on the Algorand trade. Made money on the near trade. So I made money on both of JP's trades. Made money on none of my own trades. Can I get a clapping for myself?
Clap him.
Clap me only. There we go. So thank you, JP, for saving my P&L yesterday.
You're welcome.
I owe you.
Yeah, a lot of people very happy with that near trade, man. I woke up
That was a very
full
good trade.
TP.
$2.10.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you made me 150 bucks.
Yeah, nice little trade. Nice trade. Let's see if we can find more like it, man.
So we're just gonna sit here today, and you're gonna give us all the trades.
Okay.
Okay.
What about me and my 6 open green trades?
I wasn't here for those. So.
We got a super chat though. Somebody asked for some TA. Is it KRNJ Swaggy? Says, can we TA on the LeBum situation?
LeBron
Where's he
James.
going?
Let me handle this. one,
Anybody up to date here?
right here.
Okay.
He's going to Cleveland, man. He's going back to Cleveland. He can't go. He can't go to a new team because it'll be called a ring chaser. So it's either Miami or Cleveland, but I think he's going to Cleveland.
So I'm so disconnected from this world right now.
Yeah.
So he's leaving his current team. He has to leave.
So he's a free agent. He told the Lakers he's not going back. So
wasn't he
now-
playing with his son?
Yes, he was.
Is he going to come with him now, or he had his little daddy Sunday?
So
already?
he waited for his son's contract to be guaranteed for the season. Then he announced he's leaving. Because if he announced before, the Lakers probably would have cut the kid and not pay the $4 million. So yeah, but I don't know. Maybe he's trying to bring his son with him. But I think he's trying to he's like, hey, I got to play with my son for a year.
How about retire? Is that an option?
He's
He's still pushing though, right? He's still healthy.
He's still too good to retire.
Yeah, let me not just just.
He's still a top 10 player in the league.
Okay,
so
okay.
I mean, how do you retire when you're still in the top 10? But
True.
anyways, yeah. So there you go. Thank you for the super chat.
Appreciate it. All right, Soul starting to move. They said lighter is fire.
Lighter is fire. I can't trade anyways.
Somebody call me Juan Pablo.
You or
JP.
Oh, you do look a little Cuban, a little Dominican. Yeah. Zero French. No French in you, my friend.
Not at all.
Yeah. And I look like no idea. Why am I the only one crying? Why am I crying and everyone's happy?
To be fair, I'm zen. I'm neutral. I'm neutral.
Why we all got veneers? I have love veneers right now, but
Oh, this hurts. Oh my God.
that hurts real bad, man.
Guys, what do you want to see, or do you prefer a focus on BTC? I'm always curious, how everybody feel about that. Is there opportunity or something? Is BTC going sideways, allowing the alts to run?
I mean, okay, you talked. Oh no, I'm talking about. Damn it!
I need total 3.
I just got Lido on my mind, bro. I was like, oh, the Bitcoin looks like it's about to get a red dot, and then it was Lido.
All right, there you go. Total 3 right there, man. Bullish cross on the 1 minute time frame. Alt ready to rip.
What about US? What about tether dominance?
Damn, look at that price action. Look at it was doing a little clap flick. The clap flick. And possible special coming in right there. You said how about tether dominance or tether?
Dominance,
okay,
yeah.
USDT .D. See what's going on the same time frame. Ooh, at support. Careful, that's a flag. It was looking so bearish right there, like when it did that and then it did this, you know, but then it came to support. Money flow red, but at the 1 minute 200 MA. I mean, if it loses that, very bearish. But this is a likely bounce zone, I got to say, on that time frame. The 5 minute looks a little bit more suspect. There's a flag there. There's a flag. The trend is down, but there's a mini bull flag that could break out tether dominance. And you see how extended it is to the downside. That thing is extended. You got to be careful.
I got Uniswap on the 5 minute here. Very interesting. We have a head and shoulder, right? Into a bear flag. But we also have an inverse head and shoulder potentially. So I'm genuinely curious, when you see this, what do you do? What pattern do you put in front of the other?
The head and shoulder versus the what?
Versus the inverse head and shoulder.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right. This is one of those things where it's kind of subjective. Like, what do you see, right? Is it half full or half empty, right?
I would look at, are we above a key moving average, which we are, which is the 200, right?
Yeah, I would like go with the bigger trend, whatever the bigger trend is. I like to see like what the consolidate is. It bullish consolidation or bearish consolidation? It's bullish consolidation now that you zoomed out. And then watch if you zoom out even more than that, it's probably in bearish consolidation. No, I'm kidding. It's a whole matrix.
I don't know. It's right there. It's right below its 200 MA on the daily.
It's technically bearish consolidation or the freaking or the daily. That's interesting. It depends on your zoom level.
You
though,
call
right?
this bearish consolidation?
That move up. It's a sharp flag. You know, like a bear flag up. Yes, yes, it is bearish consolidation. Absolutely. If you zoom in, like for just like the, maybe like 3 candles or 4 candles, that's bullish consolidation potentially. You see, it all depends on scale, man. TA and price and chart action is all based on what scale you're looking at it. I call that bearish consolidation, man, overall.
Because we're below the 200?
Because the trend is down and it's going mostly sideways. But I got to say, so there's so many ways to look at that, man. The very smaller piece was a bear flag. The larger piece, if you look at it, looks like it's trending down to break up, but look at the bigger trend. That looks like it was a double top and it's in a bigger downtrend. Triple head and shoulder right there. You see the bigger downtrend?
Yeah.
But that, it looked like it played out most of the measure move from the head and shoulder. Should be getting a bounce soon. And look at those X's. Damn, no wonder that thing came down. Market manipulation X's.
On the daily.
Yes.
Let's see if there's any bull div when we came down.
Yeah, you got those natural manipulation X's there with the yellow X's. Okay. You start calling it
the
that.
Natural manipulation X's. You got JP.
Oh man, I don't know, man. I don't know.
We have well, you did have some bull div from here to here, right? And then your bull div went away on these lows, right? You had bull div from here to here, and then from here to here, you didn't have any bull div, right? You had matching lows on the RSI, but on the way up here, there was some bull div, and so I see this in like as bullish consolidation. The only thing that I don't like is the fact that we are below the 200. We attempted to reclaim it twice. Well, 3 times now. We got above it, but never got a candle close above it. And so is this a scenario where we consolidate below it until we completely blast off? Because if we zoom out, let's see where volume lands. There is a massive volume gap once we clear this 200, dude. I mean, we can take this thing up to $5.50. You want to look at a high volume area, you're looking at $6.30. And so this could potentially be a macro trade. Let me get rid of market cipher. Okay. 21 cross above the 100. So I would want to do something like this, right? Let's say if you're itching to get into this trade, you hide your stop somewhere there, right? Below the pole of this current flag, below your 100, below your 21, and you take this thing up to that first volume POC. You take some profit there as this thing loads up. So you take I don't know, 50% profit here, and then you ride the rest up to around $6.25. But the entirety of that move is almost a 5-to-1 trade, meaning you can you need to win 2 out of 10 of these to be profitable on 5-to-1 trades. So, but it's not ready to go yet, right? It's still consolidating, can consolidate for another 2-3 days potentially, but I think this thing breaks and it's going to break to the upside. And I want to be here for that move. I will be there for that move. And so hoping it happens on stream, but if not, you can catch it in the Discord because I'll put the trade alert in there on Uniswap. And I was just kind of sifting through the lower time frames on this. I'm like, man, is there any sign that this thing is attempting to break out? And there really isn't. There really isn't. So if I get into the trade now, we're parking our margin here on a trade that can take another few days to play out. But I don't know, man. This is something I'm eyeing. Unless you see a trade. What?
Just grabbing Frank. Oh. Just really.
Are you getting promo?
I really want to trade. I got some macro trades
You're not
open.
In any trades either?
I got a macro Solana trade open, a daily trade.
Did you get in though?
I'm in, yeah.
Oh.
I'm in, but I have no scalp open, man. I want to scalp or like a 30-minute trade.
Yeah, me neither.
How about Near right here, man? Let's check out Near protocol. Here we go.
What about Lab? Lab's looking real good.
I'm not looking at Lab.
Yeah. I might even look at Lab. But is Near ready to pay us again, man? Like, yeah, we got paid off that flag breakout, but look, there's another flag on a 30-minute. And that thing, it doesn't look ready yet. I mean, it might bounce off the 21, but I would prefer the 618 bounce, the bounce off the 50. The 50, the red line, I would like that bounce. So keep an eye out for Near protocol. Maybe during the evening show, maybe I'll give a trade alert if it's ready. It can also be in confluence with the SR flip here. This high here. Yeah, right there, right around 204. Somewhere around 204. Between 204. Between 204 and 205, basically 2.04, 2.05. Somewhere in that zone, I'm seeing potential opportunity and Near again to the upside. But I'm just scrolling through the alts. And I'm going to let you know when I find something. I'm going to find something very quickly. Okay, feel free to take it away from me. I'm going to find something.
Pretty good, too. I know you talked about that earlier.
Yeah, that looks good. You got in?
I got in, yeah.
Yeah, that flag was good.
I'm up $85 on ETH right now.
Hey.
Up 124%.
Okay, yeah, I'm just going through some charts here.
Me too. I'm just like, I'm like XRP looks like a short on the 15-minute. Were you just looking at XRP too?
I took a quick brief. Yeah, 30-minute doesn't look good to me though. I'm looking at the 30-minute. You said 15-minute looks fine.
No, the 15-minute like looks like maybe a short. Right?
Okay, yeah. Bear flag right there.
Yeah,
I see that mini bear flag. Yeah, I see that. Yep.
But is it ready to go? I don't know.
Maybe. And I just have a preference for longs as the market seems right now. That Zcash could still be valid too. I may put that in on breakout. I'm still keeping an eye on Zcash. Beautiful flag on a 30-minute time frame. Keeping an eye on that.
What about Hyperliquid?
Hyperliquid. Very bullish on that 30-minute.
Look at that retest on the 1 hour.
That's sexy. What a beautiful move there.
That's a Sammy special, right?
Yes. Perfect Sammy special in the 1 hour.
Really long.
Yeah, that is
Here's a
gorgeous.
15. 15 is reclaiming the 21 right now. Like, is this ready to go?
It is. And the current 30-minute candle, is ready to close very bullishly in 30 seconds. We have 30 seconds for a 30-minute candle close. Can we get the gong ready for the 30-minute candle close on Hyperliquid? We might get into it.
Yeah, I might make this a trade alert.
All right, now, I need that in like 10 seconds, Laura. But also, is there a graphic for that? Jake from State Farm has some type of graphic on that.
I like how we keep calling him Jake.
It was a cool, that thing. I want to see the gong. I want to see and hear it. So yeah, go ahead and strike it now officially. We got a 30-minute candle close on Hyperliquid just now. A very bullish candle close above the 21 MA, showing strength in this flag breakout. But the question is, does this new candle volatility come to the downside and give us a better entry, or does it just take off now, off to the races?
5 minute looks a little overextended. Let's throw on Heikinashi. Heikinashi, lead me. Guide me the way, my friend. 30-minute.
Yeah, that thing's about to take off.
30. Yeah, I'm going to call a trade alert on Hyperliquid.
Oh.
I'm gonna call a trade alert.
Attention, trade inbound. Attention, trade alert.
Okay.
High probability setup found.
Well, we know JP likes to trade.
Time to
We can
blindly
do a
follow
David
JP.
and JP unless you don't want to sign off on it.
Dough.
But the Hyperliquid entry would be now. So market order, the stop loss is below the last wick here, which puts us right where that 100 MA is, and we're taking our TP up to this high here, right, where we had this triple top. So that gives us a 3.24 to 1 trade setup. Let's go in. I'm going to put this trade in on breakout. We're going to go Hyperliquid. Bam. We're going to do market. We're going to put our stop loss below the wick here. Let's copy price, stop loss. And our TP is going to be, let's zoom out to the 4 hour. And we're going to try to take this high up here. We're going to go copy price, TP, that comes in at around 75.96. Damn, we can risk 170 bucks to make 1,000. How is that a 10 to 1?
Damn. That sounds about right. Well, a little bit less than 10 to 1. It should be like a 8.5 or 9, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. We're buying hype. There it is. We're in the trade.
I'm gonna go ahead and close out my ETH trade. I'm at $108, so I'm just gonna market close this thing. Here we go. Give me my money. All right, here we go. I still got 5 active trade. I followed you guys on hype as well. Green across the board here, and so I'm up 87% on that ADA trade. That was the first trade alert I gave you when we first jumped down. Yeah.
I want to point out Hyperliquid on the daily too. I mean, that thing is a beautiful bullish consolidation. I'm projecting a ascending triangle here. You know, it may not be done consolidating, but there's also a green dot on the daily. I may make my Hyperliquid trade a daily trade.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might make it a little bit bigger trade here. A variation of the trade alert you just gave. Let's see. Is there a bigger move here inbound for Hyperliquid? What would be the measure move? It could be long and things on the daily. You're supposed to look for a scalp. You got a scalp.
Scalp me.
I like it. I like it.
The only thing I'll say is that at around 69 bucks, there's that super trend on the 30 minute. And so we got to just be aware of that. That's it.
Okay.
So, yeah. But anyways,
I'm looking at a 1 to 6 here. 1 to 6. Tight stop loss on the daily. I like it. So here's the number. This is an alternative plan here. This is a version B of his trade alert. I'm going to enter now at 68, and I'm going to put a stop loss at 61.17, and then the TP at 110 on a daily time frame there. Interesting. So that means I got to go to my bigger account. So let me go ahead and do that here. And what other opportunity is there, baby? Talk to me. What asset are we looking over? Is oil pumping? Is there something we're missing? I need the Zen congregation to go ahead and let me know what the opportunity is.
Eduardo said he took a profit on his hype trade at 69.50.
Oh.
And then K-Cron said, JP, what is the Zcash TP zone? Did you get into a Zcash trade?
No. Zcash. No, we're looking at it though. Zcash, I'm still sketching and waiting. No Zcash trade for me right now. It does look good on the 30-minute though. I gotta say, it looks good. But yeah, look at that current candle. See, I need some green candles though. Is it going to make a deeper flag? I don't know. But Zcash is a nice flag on the 30-minute. I don't like that it's losing to 21 though. I'm being patient on this one. It may want to come lower. All right, let me put in my hyperliquid trade on the daily. Yeah, in fact, let me draw it out here. Draw it out so it makes sense. I'm projecting something like this, and I'm putting the stop loss down here. Yep, stop loss right there. TP somewhere, it was like 110 or something like that, right? Yeah. 110. Okay, gonna risk definitely not that much. $50X is good. And 228 for 1,000, not bad. Make it a big trade. 500 for 2,500. I like it. Let's do it. Open long. Hyperliquid. I'm just about to be tapped into this trade on the daily time frame for Hyperliquid.
There you go.
I'm tapped in, baby. I'm tapped in. That's right. Once again, if you don't have the numbers, let me go back to that daily. I enter right now. I used the limit last feature on BitUnix, limit last to get in on Hyperliquid. Stop loss around 60, right? 60.382 is my exact one. I could probably tighten that up a bit. Just a bit. Look at that, only 400 now. I like that. Risking 400. Stop loss at 61.318. And TP all the way up at about 110.5. Risking 400 for about 2,400. I like the sound of that. What's the risk reward on that, baby? What's the risk reward?
It's about a 5.5 to 1.
There you go. Yeah, about right. Yeah. 5.8. I love it. I'm in the trade on the macro account there. Let's go. All right, what's happening to BTC right now? What's happening? Is it bullish? Is it bearish? Is it just dragging its feet?
BTC is boring.
It is a bit boring.
And so just looking here, just on the 1 minute, just a lot of sideways chop here. We've ran into resistance, which has been about 65, 140 to $50. So we consolidated here, tap, didn't quite get there, but sideways chop here. Been waiting for this big move today, man. We started the show. We said, hey, there's likely to get a nice move to the upside or perhaps spill off down. And, just been a lot of sideways chop. So it's good for the alts, which we're making money on alts right now when Bitcoin consolidates. So still at a key number, 65,000. I've been flip-flopping on either side of it by $50. And so that's where we're at now. So maybe a breakout soon before the end of the show. And so I'm hoping for.
Nice. Get back to my Scalpy account here. Scalper.
Looking at I'm kind of going down the list. I'm looking at Pump.Fun. 15-minute. It keeps like the range is getting tighter, but it keeps hugging the top end of this range, right? So you enter bullishly, you're consolidating kind of up, right? Not a classic falling channel on what a classic bull flag would look like, but this thing may just take off. This is a pump on the 15. Here's the 10-minute time frame. Kind of going through the 5, coming off a red down on the 5-minute. Look at how tiny those candle bodies are. It's a lot of indecision here. So this thing is not anything that I'm looking to trade right now. It looks like it wants to continue consolidating. Here's the 30-minute. Look at the heavy bear dip on the 30-minute. Anyways, that's pump. Humanity Protocol. I'm gonna veto that myself. Here's Morpho. Ooh, Morpho just got a bearish cross. This looks like a top to me on Morpho. Look at the 15-minute. Interesting. Money flow is not budging. This thing is still heavy in the green at 16, but we just got a trigger wave red dot on a green candle, which you don't typically see. And this is on the 15-minute with 4 minutes left to close. What would a short look like on Morpho? First of all, let's zoom out. Let's see what the higher time frames tell us. Okay. Below the 200 on the 1 hour time frame. Here's the 2 hour. 2 hour looks like a little bit of a large bear flag here. We kind of sketch this out like this. Now let's say you got here, took this thing all the way down here. Your stop loss is above your wicks. That's a 6-to-1. I like that. I think Morpho's a nice short right now. Let's see. Can we call a trade alert on this one? 15 minutes says go. A little premature. You know what? I'm gonna call another trade alert. I think the risk is worth the reward. I'm playing a little risky today.
Attention.
Where's Frank? I need Frank.
Trade
There you go, my friend. Hey, Frank.
inbound.
All right, I'm gonna get into a Morpho short here. Looking at I think it was a 2 hour bear flag here on Morpho. This is a very, very high risk to reward play.
Blindly follow JP.
We're looking at a 6-to-1. Let's go ahead and
trade alert. This is not.
Morpho is not on breakout, so let's go to BitUnix. I know it's for sure on BitUnix. Morpho. We're going to enter in. We're going to go enter last. Our stop is going to be, so we're on the 2 hour time frame. Let's go back here to BitUnix. Let's click on the 2 hour. So our entry is going to be last. Our stop is going to be at 2122, and our TP is the full measured move. We're going to put it at 1762, 1.762. Now, probably on this one, I'll probably risk like $50. So 65 to make 318. 65 to make 318. Last open short, and we are in the Morpho short here. If we take out this high, then this thing is invalidated. If you want to play this bigger and maybe reduce your reward, you can drag this thing up to here, but now you're risking 170 to make 300, so you're at a 2-to-1. I'd recommend keeping it here. It's a shorter scalp, but this thing should fall. You have a lot of things going for. Number one, you have a rising channel that's part of a larger bear flag. And so, if we take out the high here, then hey, you know what? The trade gets invalidated, but I like this trade, man. And if it was available on breakout, I would have taken it there as well, but we only got it here. And so also looking for, also had some bear div on this high here as well on the 2 hour. All right, you have a higher high, bear div on RSI as we put in a lower high. And so I like it. I'm in a short Morpho. There's my second trade of the day. And let's look at Hyperliquid. Hyperliquid right now, we are down a little bit on hype. So we'll see how this Morpho trade plays out. I gotta go pee.
All right, take care of that. I think I got a trade alert here too. Give me 1 second. It's getting the numbers here. 79, 23. Okay, yeah, I got a trade alert. Run a trade alert, please.
Attention. Trade inbound. Attention. Trade alert.
Oh yeah, get that money, baby.
Found. Time
Money.
to blindly follow
Money.
JP.
Money.
Sin City Crypto.
That's right, baby.
Trade alert.
That's right. We got trade alerts today, baby. We got back-to-back trade alerts. I'm going to go ahead and put in a long on oil. That's right, a long on oil on the 1 hour time frame. I like the flag. I like the low stochastics. I like the bounce off the, reclaiming the 50 there and getting above the 21, the white line. We'll look at it more on TradingView, but I'm ready to put in the trade here on BitUnix. And right now I'm going to enter exactly what price is. Entry at 79.27, stop loss at 77.25. That's below the super trend on the 1 hour. And the TP will be 86.27. Perfect measured move from the pole of the flag. This thing looks bullish. It looks bullish and it should continue. We'll see. That's a perfect 1-to-3 risk reward ratio here in this trade. And I'm going to enter it right now bullishly. That's right. Trade alert on oil right now.
I like it.
A little bit better than the 3. There you go. You like it? You in it?
I'm not in it, but I like it.
Nice. Okay, there you go. There's your trade alert. Here's in TradingView if you're interested to see the green dot on Market Cipher B on the 1 hour time frame. And it's bullish consolidation in a bullish trend. I am now long on oil. I can give you the numbers if you want it, Dave. But
Give me the numbers.
I'm long on oil on the 1 hour. Numbers is entry now. Stop loss at 77. Actually, got the numbers here. 77.25 for the stop loss. Entry now. TP at 86.27. That's a 1 hour trade. I will put this in on my other account as well. 1 second. Log on into that. I think I'll put this on the Meso account. I have it already on a scalper. I want it on the Meso as well.
You're on an oil long?
Oil long, 1 hour flag. 1 hour flag, low Stokes, green dot, bullish trend. It's been consolidating and the money flow has been increasingly to the upside. So let's put this in right here as well. I really got to add my moving averages to this damn Meso account. The moving averages. Okay, give me CL. Yes, we have oil on BitUnix. If you didn't know, I'm trading oil, tokenized oil that's open 24/7 on BitUnix, our exchange of choice. We do have a 20% deposit bonus right now. That's only valid for a few more days, right? So guys, I want to take
3
advantage.
days.
3 more days on the 20% deposit bonus. So guys, take advantage. Up to 20% deposit bonus, up to $2,000 deposit. Available for you right now. All you need to do is use our referral link, which is in the description of the video, and we can also put it in the chat. Somebody hit that Nightbot command, give them the BitUnix. And can't anybody do a Nightbot command? Can I do that?
Yep.
I'm always asking somebody to do it. It's just
KF Trade says, "What's the BitUnix link?" And then he found it.
yeah.
And
What was it?
so,
Exclamation point bit? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Just an exclamation point bit. Anybody could do that.
You want to command? If you want to command the Nightbot, you gotta exclaim him.
Exclamation point bit. Let's see. My first time trying it.
Also, we had 5 gifted memberships. Did you get over that yet?
No.
From Clapjack. Do your thing. Your
Drop
Oprah
the
thing.
confetti.
Say, you get a membership.
Yeah, come on. Drop some confetti. Let's get excited. Come on. You get a membership. You get a membership. Come on. You get a membership. You in the back get a membership. Everybody get a membership. Hit the organs too, please. Hit the organs. Everybody, welcome into the congregation here at Sin City Crypto. We love our members, our dedicated members that are here every single day.
Amen.
And the new ones. If you want to be a member of the congregation, step forward, okay, and come get blessed by the Zen Master. Welcome to the congregation, all new members.
This message is approved by Frank. Yeah,
All right.
thank you so much for your support, guys. Really, really appreciate it. People keep asking, well, how come I never get one? I never get one. I think you have to enable it on your chat that you can receive membership. So big thanks to, who was that? Was that Clapjack?
Yeah, Clapjack.
Clapjack, we appreciate you, man. Thank you very much. I was looking at So, I had FOMO on Lido, right? And I'm kind of keeping my eye on this thing. And it is starting a little bit of a flag here on the lower time frames. Here is the 3 minute. Okay. 3 minute lost to 21, briefly reclaimed it. Fresh green dot on Lido. I am fully aware of a potential head and shoulder here playing out. So the move here would be a breakout above around 35, 34 on Lido. And so still looking at this for a potential long, but remaining patient to see if this thing does play out or if this is a micro head and shoulders that we can potentially short. And there goes that green dot on the 3 minute time frame. I mean, right now it does look a little bearish though on Lido. At least on the 5, the 2, and the 3 minute time frame. Here's a 2 minute time frame. 2 minute looks a little bear flaggy too, right? Chopping below the 21 MA on the 2 minute time frame on Lido. And then let's take a look at that Morpho trade that we're in. Morpho, I think we are Hyper in the red. Morpho, we're in the green. I mean, we're bi-directional on that. We're long on Hyper, Liquid, and short on Morpho. So that's what this trade looks like. And I'm looking to reduce my leverage once we break this super trend at around $1.96. Once we get below that, I'll probably reduce my margin, reduce my my leverage to reduce my margin, and that way it's even less that we're risking to make money on that one. Let's take a look at the casino. We are at 28 trades per minute, pretty flat, man.
Yeah,
pretty flat. We did just get, looks like we just got to pull to the downside. Demand at negative 25. So demand higher than where we got the pull to the downside. But yeah, Bitcoin kind of boring, chopping sideways.
Yeah, I closed all my trades. I was long on everything. So I was in the green on everything. I just went ahead and chopped everything down. Left a little bit on the table, but I don't know. I'm not feeling comfortable with this move here on Bitcoin. So. And as we see this giant red candle printing.
Yeah, Bitcoin's starting to get bearish on the small time frames here. 1 minute lost to 200, starting to roll over a bit. We'll see. You got to zoom out and see like what's really happening. But it is starting to get bearish short term.
And it's got a gap until it gets to 64,780 if it does decide to continue to move, which is exactly where it caught support last time, at least on the 15-minute time frame on Bitcoin. So is there a scalp opportunity here? Ooh, we got a yellow X on the 1 minute. Hidden bear div, fresh red dot on the 1 minute, and then the 2 minute. Two minute looks like gave a little bit of a head and shoulders, dumping right now, and then the 30. Yeah, see, this is never a good sign, man. You get any sort of bearish signal on a green candle, that's usually a pretty good warning sign.
Yeah. A 2 hour starting to look like the freaking perfect short, man.
2 hour?
Mm-hmm. On BTC. Strong bear div, fresh red dot. You had a bearish engulfing candle close a whole hour ago. Let you know this thing is bearish. And now the next candle should be bearish as well.
But is this in the...
But it is, money flow is green. The trend is still up. I mean, it could just be a high or low. Could be a high or low. Could be a lower.
Looks like a megaphone to me.
Yeah.
Megaphones are typically bullish from what I've seen. Typically,
I think it depends on which way it's facing. Yeah, it could go either way. But, in my TA, upwards facing megaphone like that normally breaks down. It normally breaks down, but it could go parabolic and just break out. Anything can happen, but that normally breaks down. Trend up to break down. Trend up, get more volatile to break down. Get more volatile, maybe create a diamond pattern. Come down, lower low, higher high, lower low, high high, tight, 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 tight. Price action, dump it. Something like that can happen in this type of price action. You think is the perfect short, but you get clapped. You get clapped thinking it's the perfect short, thinking it's the perfect long. You're late and you get clapped.
I don't want to get clapped.
Clap territory here.
I'm not trying to get
on
clapped.
BTC. Exactly. So that's why maybe that's why I've been looking at bigger trades, the daily trades. I think all the daily trades I entered is still valid, and I like it. I like it. Some of the smaller time frame trades, 30-minute, 5-minute, I think a bit more shaky right now. If you're trading bullishly, so be careful. Yeah.
How's that Solana long?
It was flat and I think down now. Let me see. Yeah, I think it may be down. I may have to change account. No, here it is. Yeah, I'm down. I'm down 16%. 16% on Solana and Hype. Solana and Hype down right now. Yeah, actually, this is the macro trades. Yeah, those are the macro trades. So that's all good. 12% and 68%. Down, $50 and $60 on Solana and Hyper Liquid at the moment. And it can get ugly. It can get ugly. If BTC wants to get ugly, this can get ugly. You know it. Here's a look at liquidity, if that helps anybody right now. I know it's a kind of difficult time to call the trend. I'm saying the 2-hour short likely plays out, but I don't know, man. That liquidity is still highly favoring the upside, so the squeeze is still possible. Trend up to break down or trend up to go parabolic and squeeze the shorts.
Looking at Bitcoin Cash on the 15-minute for a potential short. Let's see what that looks like. $3.5 to 1. So this is Bitcoin Cash on the 15-minute. Look at that. It got that little move, right? Didn't quite get to the 21. To me, that looks like a double top into a bear flag, right? And essentially an M pattern. Okay. Mm-hmm. I was like, maybe there's bull div here. There wasn't any bull div there. And it's dumping. And this is on the 15-minute time frame. And if we put our stop loss above the 21, this still gives us a 3.3 to 1. And all we're doing is we're taking the measured move from that first leg, not even the entire leg, right? Not here, but here. And so I think this is a good R&R for a trade. I'm gonna do this one as well in a short because I think I'm about to get stopped out on Hyperliquid on breakout. Let's go Bitcoin Cash. We're gonna go market order. Let's go TP stop loss. This one is stop loss at 232 even. Let's go 232 even. This is a sell. And then TP is going to be at 218.9. We'll just call it 219. 219. And let's see what we want to do. There we go. About 150 for 380. 150 for 380 on a Bitcoin Cash short. On the 15-minute time frame, we're playing a bear flag that looks like it's rolling over right now. And our stop, we have some clearance above this high here. And so there's another trade here, another trade alert. Bitcoin Cash short entry is now stop loss above the 21 on the 15-minute at 232, and our TP is down at 219 for a Bitcoin Cash short. So there's my my second or my third? My third. No, it's my second.
Did we lose it on the 5-minute? If BTC loses, if it closes this 5-minute candle below the 200, I might activate that 2-hour short. I feel like it's just, I don't know, man. If you're gonna get clapped, take clappings that may really, really give high a reward as well. Like that 2-hour it just looks so likely to me. I'm just looking at the 5-minute right now, just seeing what's happening on the small time frames. But that 2-hour short, I'm very interested in. Who here in the community is interested in this short? Who wants the short battle plan or trade alert? Talk to me. Put a 1 in the chat if you want the short battle plan. Yeah, it's looking right here. It looks like entry now, stop loss at 65,612. And a TP at 62,487. That's a perfect 1-to-3 risk reward ratio. A bear div, top of the range, like everything perfect there for the short. I think I'm going to take it.
Bitcoin short?
Yeah, Bitcoin short. I just want to see the 5-minute lose to 200 for confirmation. And did it just lose it yet? 50 seconds. All right, be patient, Zen. 50 seconds before you potentially enter this short. I want to see a BTC close below that 200 on a 5-minute.
Doing a countdown? We should do sound effects they do on the game shows.
23 seconds now. 23 seconds. Get that gong ready, Laura.
This is for a 2 hour?
It's
1 hour.
No, this is a 5. I'm doing a 5-minute candle.
Got it.
But we do have a 1 hour closing right now. How's a 1 hour looking for BTC? Good point. Good point. That may be way more consequential. That's very bearish. One hour candle.
There it is. And it's closed.
It's closed.
Below the 21.
Yep. So either immediate spike up or continuation down. It may be worth waiting one more 5-minute candle. Nah, get into the trade. Get into the trade. 2 hour. We'll give out a short for anybody who wants to short. I think I'm going to take it. You know, why not? Why not? It could offset some losses if there is any losses, like on the 30-minute time frames. A 2 hour short just looks too likely to me. So you call the trade alert, please. Call the trade alert.
Attention, trade inbound. Attention, trade alert. High probability setup found. Time to blindly follow JP. Send City Crypto. New trade alert. This is not.
All right, trade alert, trade alert, trade alert. Well, I'm not happy to do this one, man. Cleanse yourself of your bullish bias, monk, man. Cleanse it.
Don't be sad, man. It's going to be okay.
All right. Oil is slightly up. That's good to know. Go to BTC. 2 hour time frame. And also know that I still stand by all those daily trades, guys. I'm leaving the daily trades open. This 2 hour trade can play out and the daily trades bullishly.
One thing I'll say is on the 5 minute, it did lose the 200 and then came right back.
Did it? I was worried about that. I was saying the 5 more minutes.
But we didn't have any. We didn't have any red, red dots. We didn't have any yellow or red X's. No red baby blood diamonds. So I don't know. Is this time different? Maybe. This also looks like on the 5 minute a little bit of a kind of a double top.
I gotta try it, man. I got enough bullish trades open. Like, let's balance it out here, okay? Let's go ahead and be a bear here. Let's be a bear. I'm sure the bearish people here would appreciate it. But entry's going to be right now. Stop loss is going to be above the highest wick on a 2 hour here, right around 65.6. Is that right? 65.6? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it could even be ballpark. 65.6, 65.7 really. 65,700. I like that. Maybe make it 737, just slightly above it. I like that. Stop loss right there. And then TP right there at the bottom of the range, 61,800. Does that seem right? I have to look at my moving averages. I have no moving averages because of this freaking new Meso account. I got to add it. But how am I looking? 27. Okay. 50 for 200. Okay.
Your leverage is only at 20x.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, let me definitely increase that. 200x leverage. I love it. Let me show you how to responsibly use 200x. Okay, I've been doing some decent sized trades on this Meso account. This is a 2 hour. I'll risk 300 for 1,000. Let's do that. 300 for 1,000. Enter right now. Open short. Let's do it. Let's get clapped, baby. The good news is if I get clapped here, the other trades will likely play out and pay me way more,
True.
But I can't not short that, man. That is a heavy bear div there. Heavy bear div. And we're at basically just above a value area high for BTC. And we have not yet got accepted into the next range above us. We need to break above 67. We need
7K.
Yeah, 67,000 to get into the next range. And we haven't done that yet. We failed, and I'm taking a shot at a short.
How confident are you in this trade?
About a 7 out of 10. Guys, how confident are you? Or are you taking a short? Who's taking a short right now? Tell me you're taking a short. Put a 7 in the chat if you're taking a short. You can still be bullish and take the short. I'm bullish. I got daily trade open on Solana. I got daily trade open on, I don't know, something else, whatever, what hype. I got hype open. I'm keeping those trades open. I'm bullish. I'm bullish on Bitcoin, but at the same time, I'm a trader, and I see weakness right there. I see weakness on the move up, and I'm taking a chance on shorting it now. And if I get clapped, I get clapped, and I'll still win elsewhere.
Bow, bow, bow.
Yes.
Okay, Casino. Casino still on a pulse at the downside. And it's at 31 trades a minute. So,
Okay, we'll see what happens.
yeah. All right, we are done for the show today. I want to thank you all very much for tuning in. We appreciate all of you. JP will be going live in a few hours.
God knows when, but for sure, for the daily candle close, we love that daily candle close and open volatility. I'll be live.
He'll be live. Ready for the volatility. What was your name card today, by the way?
What was it again? I don't know. I forget.
Pastor of the congregation.
Yeah, pastor. There you go, pastor.
Every time I see pastor, I think of those tacos.
Pastor. Yeah, I'm definitely saying it like a taco. Like,
Al pastor.
El pastor.
No, sir, you're preaching. Thank you. Guys, on behalf of all of us here, thank you very much, and we will see you tomorrow. Until then, peace.